I haven't even opened anything or pressed anything. Snow Queen, thank you for 28. Rio, thank you very much. Oh my gosh, for 20 more? Jeez Louise. Chat, please. Please, please. I'm gonna die. Chat, I can't. How do I, here we go. Hi, YouTube. Welcome to Chaos, where a streamer shows up, tries to give life updates, and chat breaks him in half. That's probably gonna happen anyway. Probably do that to myself later. Not in an inappropriate way, in an emotional type of way. I should turn the YouTube stream on though, because I'm gonna forget in the chaos. I know it. I know it. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna get there. Alerts should now be on. Now that the YouTube stream is live. Jeez Louise. Okay. Rio, Admiral Bro Code, Elf Knight, 20 gifted subs. You guys, I'm getting stressed. Wait, did Castle resub in there for 96 months? Oh crap! Does that need a sub? That needs a. Doesn't that need an alert? Scatter. Oh crap. Thanks for the resub, you sexy SOB. Now come have a baby with me. Yeah? Jesus help me! Yeah, if you guys didn't know this, when you hit 8 years of resub, I impregnate you. So, if that's not what you were looking for, got bad news. Dizzy Pixie, thank you for resubbing your paid membership on YouTube. Arden, thanks for saying hi on YouTube. Thank you very much. Yeah, you guys can all pop in. Jeez, already, huh? Already, huh? Thanks, Twitch. Welcome back. Yeah. Things are going great already, chat. They're going great already, chat. That was fun. Well, chat, you are at 98% of a level 10 hype train. Edging me already. I see how it's gonna be. Already. Hey, the alerts. Chaos, thank you for 5 gifted subs. Blue Frost, thank you for the tier 1. Appreciate it. Gosh, you got, what's our record level sub? Because you're not far. Gamertech, thank you for 94 months. Castle, I'm gonna have to give you now. I owe you one on the 8-year resub message because I ain't got one. I ain't got one, buddy. Ugh. My teacup was stuck to that coaster. 33% level 19. Okay, thank you. Oh my god, Serena, I forgot about that command. Jesus. Hi, Marius. How are you, buddy? Oh my gosh, chat. Okay. Can I collect myself for 5 seconds, chat? Would that be okay with you? Guys, it's been a long, tiring, exhausting month with very little streams, a lot of worry and uncertainty. And you guys are kicking me in the face as soon as I get here. Thank you. Jesus Christ. Yeah. 90 whole minutes of sleep. I'm starting to turn into like some sort of weird vampire. Hi, Alan. How you doing, dude? Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, we do have third baby now confirmed, chat. He has been born. 4 pounds, 5 ounces. 6 weeks early. Yeah, we're here, chat. Just 6 weeks early. It's fine. At least he wasn't 12 weeks early this time. Yeah. Nah, I appreciate it, Cal. So you have no idea. It's been a hard month. The daycare's not open. Streams haven't been going. And so we both turned off our income streams. And then we're trying to buy a house. Smart. Very, very smart. You know what we should do when we buy this house? Stop making money. They'll never see it coming. The bank will be so surprised. It's a very good strategy. Hi, Kinamara. All right, fine. I owe this to a lot of you anyways. Come on, chat. It's been a while. Those glasses are very dusty, which I feel like is a sign. Gorilla, thank you very much for the 20 gifted subs. 1242, baby. He was a very tiny baby. Yeah, 6 weeks early. Yeah, no, he was pretty big for 6 weeks. A lot of people have said that. So yeah. Alav-san, thank you very much for more gifted subs. Jesus. Level 12, 42%. Well, chat, first stream back and you're already, we're already here. Thank you. Thank you. If I missed you coming in, please say hi again. I'm going to miss a lot tonight. Not my fault. Chat's fault, obviously. He's a little cutie. He had to wear a mask for the first couple days, like a CPAP mask to help him with his breathing. And now he has a oxygen cannula, I believe they're called, that he'll have until he doesn't need it anymore. But at least he doesn't have the big mask over his face.
Good Christian vagina?
No, they didn't put a mask on any vaginas. No, but that was not. They weren't like, hey, mask this thing. It wasn't that kind of party. That party is next week. Thank you, Izzy. Thank you for that. That's what Lady Mac said as soon as the baby was born, chat. Where did you find that? Yeah. Yeah, Twitch stream should be back. YouTube stream should be good. Everything should be fine now. I'm not sure why it rebooted like that. Yeah, babies don't like the CPAP, so it is very good that he's off of it. Oh my God, okay, I'm gonna spill my tea all over myself tonight. It's sticking. I have a very sticky teacup. All of you guys who gifted those huge chunks of subs, thank you, thank you, thank you. Even if you just gave a little bits or you gave a Gigantify, Jesus Christ, that is so many subs. We started the night almost all the way at 200 subs, and now we're over 300 subs. So yeah. Yeah. Isn't a vagina mask just panties? Yeah, but we don't wear those in this house. At least not for another couple days. Yeah. When Lady Mac's done healing, then maybe. She's still in a very healing situation. My wife is so funny. We were in the car today, and this is how you know, like, pregnancy and giving birth is wild. And this is the phrase she said. She said, I can't even keep track of how many people have seen my vagina this week. Nice, babe. Nice. That's... Yeah, that's great. I did spill my tea a little bit. I knew it was gonna happen. I knew it. Yeah. Am I supposed to reveal the name of the baby early in the stream, chat? Like, oh, only if the treasure chain hits level 19? Huh? Huh? Just tease us a little bit. Oh, just a little bit already? We just got back. Already? Yeah, there was actually a point where Lady Mac was in a room and like 6 or 7 people saw her boobs in like a very short period of time. I think when you're having a baby, you just have to let go of all inhibitions. Like, you don't have a choice whether you like it or not. You know what's funny? One of those subs, Dizzy. Hold on. Went to okay, buddy. Oh, goodness, chat. It is a party stream. Jesus Christ. It's kind of crazy that our first day back, the first hype train is the treasure train. I think lots of people want to know the baby's name, Kinamara. Okay? Okay? Thank you for the bits, Quirky. Thank you for 20 gifted subs, Dizzy. Goodness gracious. That's a level 13 hype train. And I'm back. This is not a temporary thing. I returned to streaming full-time right now. This is the first stream back. If that is your real name. You get it. You get it. Sweet Daddy Jones. How we doing, baby? Thanks for 94 months. Foodhead with the 5 gifted subs. Foodhead, you broke your 69 for me. I know how hard that can be. Thank you. Yeah. You guys are going to be really disappointed, chat, when you realize I did not name the baby Brick McPogchamp. Okay? I just want to get that out of the way now that that's not his name, for those of you who are waiting to see if that was it. We did not name him Brick. I'm sorry. How do I refund your subs? Reach out to Mr. McPogchamp. Are we actually doing a name reveal? Yeah, I'm going to tell you his name tonight. If the hype train hits level 19. Just kidding. I'm kidding. No matter what, I'm going to tell you. But Gorilla said don't tell you right away. Just like, you know, just ease into it a little, you know? Don't get too overeager, you know? Come on now. Jake from State Farm. Yeah, literally Jake from is his first name. Yeah. Yeah, those are some juicy resubs. Juicy, thick resubs. Also, Sweet Daddy Jones, we might be building a shed soon. That's a bit of a spoiler for later in stream. It's a preview, chat. It's a preview. How many more subs for level 19? Too many. That's a lot of math. If I called him Cena, then I would already be holding him a Lobson, right? There he is. He's right here, chat. Oh my God, with my hands like this. Do you guys, doesn't he cute, chat? Look at him. He's so cute. Oh gosh. Wait a minute. Oh my God, I'm so rusty. Hold on, I got it, chat. Oh my God, I have the things on my arm. I kind of forgot I had those. The hospital bands. Whoops. I know. I'm actually not allowed to take them off. Kind of a fun little thing. Yeah. Rizzy, thank you very, very much for the 20 gifted subs. How are you, buddy? Not at the old house, Sweet Daddy Jones. No, not at the old one. Yeah. Yeah. I know. I said I was gonna miss some chat, Belf, okay? I have to leave the wristband I'm wearing, I have to wear until until new baby comes out of the hospital. We didn't name him Gideon again, chat. We weren't like, oh, fuck it. We can't think of a name. Gideon number 2. It's fine. Yeah. Sweet Daddy Jones hitting me with 5 more gifted subs. Chat, we're at 357 subs. That is a level 14. That's offensive, chat. It's an offensive hype train. I'll say it now. Are you telling me that? Well, Belf, you want the truth or a lie? Which one would you prefer? Yeah. Hey, Kane, thank you for the bits. Appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. Because they are, yeah. The second band I'm wearing, oddly enough, so I have 2. See if I can strategically, I should probably pay attention to this. Maybe I should put tape on them during stream. There you go. I have 2 bands on my wrist. One is for regular NICU. If you don't know what a NICU is, you're going to hear that word a lot from me tonight. NICU is Neonatal Intensive Care Unit. So that means an intensive care unit for babies. Not like, that sounded so like, for fucking babies, okay? If you're a crybaby, that's where they sent you. No, so yeah, one's for the NICU at one hospital and one's for the NICU at the other hospital. And I figure I'll just wear them both until he comes home. So, yeah. Good times. Yeah, that's why I have 2 of them. Okay. We're fine. Everything's fine. It does... I'm already... Yeah, hi, Cherish. How are you? Am I saying frick you to chat? No, but I need to start saying that because Jonah, we're at the second nationwide children's hospital, which I'll tell you guys a story about that in a minute. A love song, what the F, dude? 20 more? Chat, I gotta sit up. Come on now. Wait, what's the dad dance? Just live right there, chat. Not for me. I'm gonna embarrass my kids. Be at the party with their mom like, let's get it. It does show you how many subs to level up the hype train, so it's 6 away. It's 0 away. Jesus Christ. Okay. Now just shut up. I'm just streaming these. I need to clean them is what I need to do. It's my new dance move. I'm a vacuum cleaner. I need to get the dust off of these so I can actually see out of them when I put them on. Blue Frost, that was your 50th subs. 10 more, thank you very much. Izzy with 333 bits. You guys might break the sub record. Kane with 5 gifted subs, thank you, baby. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So it should tell you how many subs you need for the next level anyways. Oh my gosh. My glasses are so filthy. I mean, it's been a while and the house has been visited by a lot of strangers since the last time I've been here. It's been a thing, chat. You know, in the midst of having a baby, my wife being in the hospital for a week, the baby being in the hospital all week, me still having a 2 and a 3-year-old, we've been showing our house and trying to sell it, because why not do that at the same time? Why not, chat? Wouldn't want to do this on easy mode, would we? Yeah, good times. Thank you all very, 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 very much. My God. Jesus, 29 subs for the next level. That's a level 15 hype train. And everybody gets 35% off 5 or more gifted subs. Okay. Okay, chat. Let's just collect ourselves a little bit. Thank you, Cherish. It's been a very trying 2 weeks. I told Lady Mac there was probably a 5-day period there. Well, I was just running on adrenaline 24/7. Like, it was just, I was drinking like 4 or 5 energy drinks a day. It was just like pure foot on the gas. This is what has to be done to get through it. Yeah, it was something. It was something. We're on the other side of it now, though. Lady Mac's home now. She's not in the hospital. She's had no recurring health problems. Everything's just been chill since she got home. I mean, as chill as you can be with a 10-inch incision in your belly. It's not really chill, but you know what I mean. Rizzy says, listen, chat, still need that level 25 emote. Okay, let's not get carried away. That is extremely, extremely far away. Good morning, Snuffle. How are you? Did you get that house? I can't just go spoilering all my stories right at the beginning. Okay? Okay? I have stories to tell, and I will tell them in divided order. Chat, am I to be known to be scatterbrained? No, I'm not. Okay? Squirrel! Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot going on, chat. We actually went and saw the new house that we want to buy today, again, for the second time. That was the second time we've seen it, and the last time we saw it was 2 months ago. We kind of wanted to see it today to remember what it looked like. Because it had been a while, and we had a baby in between. And, yeah, so we actually did that today. We went and looked at 3 houses today. Snuffle, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. 40 seconds to go on a level 15 hype train. Why is that last gifted sub to old grumpy dude? What's that supposed to mean? I'm not grumpy. The other 2 words. Yeah, Big Sam. Wanted to make sure the house didn't run away. Do you guys want to talk about the house first since you're asking all these questions? I'm not going to talk about it during the hype and offend all of the hype train. Chad, that is a level 15 hype train. Thank you very, very, very much. Holy shit. Yeah. Aw, have a good night, Quirky. Wait, how many subs did it say that was? Because I didn't see it. Oh, there it is. 198 subs. So, yeah, we were at... Wait. We were at 198 when the stream started. I'm not even kidding. Like, we're at... Okay. You doubled it, so that's pretty cool. Thank you very, very much, chat. If you gifted subs, gave bits, if you're just here to hang out, thank you, thank you, thank you. I guess I owe you a name reveal, huh? I guess, chat. All right. Now, a lot of you already know the name because I did soft confirm it in Discord. It's the name that when I told you what I thought it was going to be, a lot of people in chat were like, I don't really like that name. And in the back of my head, I was like, well, shit. Might be too bad. But we figured out a name we really liked. And we thought it was going to pass, so we'd find another name, and we looked at lists after lists after lists and talked about names and names and names, and then he was born. Yeah. I know, Gorilla. Sorry, buddy. Sorry. How dare you name the baby against our wishes? I know, I'm sorry. I don't care if you like the name, obviously, since I named him that. The name fits, yeah. We named him Asher because we really fell in love with that name and it didn't pass. We had a board with a bunch of names on it. We kept crossing them off and that one just wouldn't go away. So yeah. So that's what we named him. I think it's a very cute name. Apparently there's some Pokemon character that it's related to. I didn't know that. I would have reconsidered had I known. I found out recently. Should have been a poll so we could name him Optimus Prime McMegatron. What a gross name. Unsubbed, unfollowed, refunding the gifties. Yeah, it really do be like that, Belf. Belf, you haven't heard his middle name, though. He has a middle name. His middle name is Reese, spelled Fuckyou. I hope you like it. His middle name is Reese. Yeah. We spelled it the origin spelling. Yeah, Lady Mac keeps calling him her little Reese cup. And that middle name, she fell in love with it immediately. Like, immediately. She's like, that's my little Reese cup. And she's like, I can't shake it. She's like, I want that middle name. I need it. Just so I could call him that forever. Yeah, that's pretty much where we were, Izzy, yeah. We basically had a naming list that had the name Benny on it, the name Ezra on it, and like 15 variations of Asher. So Asher was pretty, yeah. Thank you, Richard. I'll take that compliment, honestly. Thank you. You think it's a cool name, but it was the name of a really bad bully I had in middle school. Yeah, I'm sorry. There's going to be a reason to, you know what I've learned in life? There's going to be a reason to dislike a lot of names when you're naming kids or someone else's. You like the name Reese? Me too. We were going to spell it like that, Belf, that exact spelling, but we decided to go with the original, I believe it's Welsh spelling, which is RHYS, because we just needed to be a little extra. We found some damage in the main support beam that runs. Oh, God. Oh, no. Remove it, replace it while supporting Curious. All right, Sweet Daddy Jones, Admiral Broco needs you to spend a weekend at his place he's fixing up. Yeah, Ezra is a very pretty name. We really like it, too. It is the correct spelling. You know, when you Google how to spell Reese, it says something like the bastardized version of the spelling is R-E-S-E or something like that. You can, Suski, yeah. Asher is a name in the Bible, yeah. Like John Rhys Davies, exactly. That's what I thought of right away first, Sweet Daddy Jones. And I said that, and the person looked at me and had no idea who that was. I was like, like John Rhys Davies. And they were like, and I realized they were way too young for that reference. Like, oh. It's the original spelling. Whoops. So yeah, that's his name. Yeah. That's it, Belf, yeah. Feeling old, huh? Constantly. Every nurse that helped us is like 25, 26 years old. At least that's how old they are in my head. Yeah, there you go, Kinamara. Thank you. It's a really cool name, and I think it fits him. That poor little dude, chat. He's been through so much already in his short little life. So, would you like me to tell you the story of how we got here? Yeah. Also, I'm going to just give you this guy's right now because I know you're going to make this joke endlessly. And Lady Mac had her tubes removed at the child's birth. It is now impossible for us to have more children. So, just so you all know, there's no more accidental miracles. No, Rizzy, I'm not doing that. We could adopt, but 3 kids is a lot of kids. And we don't need to adopt another one. We have a lot of kids. I should still get a vasectomy just for fun. You know, just for shits and gigs, chat. Let's still get one. Derpy, once upon a time, there was a new position, and 9 months later, here we are. I mean, that's pretty much the story of how it started, that's for sure. Taught me a valuable lesson. It's missionary only from here. Yeah. Join her on the pain train. To be fair, I don't think that the tubes being removed is hurting her as much as the gigantic incision in her belly. Well, we started at 198 for the night, and now we're at 396 on subs. So you guys doubled the sub count. Wait, 198 plus 198 is 396, right? Chad, it's been a long week, okay? We've reached the end. That's right, Castle. So those of you that worry about my wife's health, she's very, very high risk. You're safe in knowing she cannot have children anymore, which is a hard thing for her to go through. I'll be honest. She's been struggling with it almost every day. She doesn't have postpartum depression as much this time, but she's been more so struggling with she'll never be pregnant again, which, you know, she's had 3 babies in 5 years. So it's a difficult emotional transition. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yes, but does Derpy's resub count as 0? It didn't make the sub count go up, but that's because if you guys have recurring subs or multi-month subs, then the sub count doesn't change when you resub. Now, at least not on my end, it doesn't. So, yeah. And I'm happy to hear the house is coming along, Admiral Brocode. I'm gonna be all over the place tonight. Okay. Let's start at the beginning, chat. So, when I ended the last stream, I believe that was Rizzy throwing a big pile of horses at all of you. I think that's what that was. Oh, hi. Hi. Hey, pretty girl. What are you doing here? Well, I think she might need to go outside. I was just about to tell the story, though. Should I tell the story or should I let you go outside? Huh? What do you think? Yeah? All right, give me 1 second, chat. Behave yourselves while I'm gone, okay? We do all know why she's here. Stop throwing horses at each other. I'll be right back. Jesus Christ. Thank you for your patience. So many horses. Why are you guys still throwing horses at the screen? Jesus. Yeah. How's that beta been going for the... Going good? Yeah. Oh my God, so many horses. Thanks for the bits. Derpy, Rizzy, Izzy. Gosh. Okay. Okay. All right, chat. Story time. I'm going to tell you 3 stories today, and that's going to take me 2 hours. They're going to be long stories, which is why that's the only thing I'm doing tonight. My whole night is dedicated just telling you guys everything that happened and all the things that happened and where we are. Probably only 2 hours. Then I need to try to sneak in a nap after stream because we have a very, very long day ahead of us. In normal circumstances, I would have canceled today's stream, but I was like, it's my first day back. I'm going to be back on Monday, JK. Hi, Drongo. How are you? Thank you. Thank you very much. That's pretty amazing, Kinamara. Goodness gracious. We're doing well. Perpetually tired, but we're doing well. Thank you. So let's see. When's the last time I streamed? It would have been a week ago Friday, right? And then I said, like, have a good weekend and then disappeared for 10 days. I think that's the last time we streamed, yeah. And then we had a doctor's appointment that Monday, which was 34 weeks of pregnancy. And some of you will remember when Lady Mac was hospitalized in July, they said, maybe you should have the baby on August 11th. And, but then she started doing better. She started getting healthier and stronger. And they said, maybe we'll try to go further. So, spoiler alert. She goes in on the 11th and they check her blood pressure and it's like 150 over 104. So then they check it again and it's like 155 over 106. And they check it again and it's like 160 over 110. Those are all very high numbers. And they said, you know, we're going to send you upstairs just to be evaluated by the specialists. He said, I can't in my good conscience send you home and without you being tested just to make sure everything's okay. So she goes upstairs, she has her blood drawn, you know, all these tests done, and like 3-4 hours later, they're all talking to each other. The doctor, so we have 2 doctors who are dealing with our pregnancy. The ones at the hospital, at maternal fetal medicine, and then our normal OBGYN team. And then the random doctor who was there. Sorry to report to Benny that it was not that doctor. I didn't see him, I'm sorry. It was just a random doctor. And what's so funny is that the random doctor who works at the hospital, the on-call doctor, came in to see us because we were in triage, and he said, you know, every day you're pregnant is good. It's a blessing. You need every single day. Each day is so important to the baby. And then the doctor came in from maternal fetal medicine and said, one day is not going to make a difference. And she was standing right there, and I was like looking at her like, this is awkward for you. The worst part is I watched her during his like entire speech, and he probably said it like 10 times. He like kept saying one more day is not going to make that big of a difference. And at one point, I think she even rolled her eyes like, okay. Like he had no idea she said that. So it was just like bad coincidence for her. But it is always the goal that every day of pregnancy is good for the baby. But this is what they told us. They said, we could send you home for 3 more days, 7 more days, and the baby will have more time to grow and develop, but you could have an emergency event or some sort of catastrophic thing happen in the next 3 days. And and we're gonna have to up your dosage of medicine and put you on higher doses, and you're probably gonna have to stay in the hospital the entire time. And they said, so we should probably just deliver your baby while you're healthy and the baby is healthy and everybody's good, instead of when something bad happens. So we said, okay, let's have a fucking baby. And that's how it happened. Basically, they just said it doesn't seem like the juice is worth the squeeze to wait any longer. Let's just do it today. And within the hour, we were in the delivery room. Like, legit. This is why all of her doctor's appointments were at the hospital, so that if something happened, we were at the hospital. You know what I mean? So it was really fast. And it was something, man. You know, when I'm fine. It's fine. We're gonna collect ourselves, it's gonna be fine. The first two births, oh wait, let me buy my free bot viewers. Hold on. What's the website? Hold on, chat. Let me just... Damn it! Dizzy, no! Now we're gonna be rich and famous. Yeah, do things on our terms, exactly. So when Jonah and Gideon were born, they were both emergency births, and I wasn't there for either of them. And neither was Lady Mac, which probably sounds weird, but it's because she went through general anesthesia. So she wasn't awake for the birth of either of her first two children. She literally had to be put under emergency anesthesia both times. Because the shot they give you to numb you is not a shot that they do in a hurry. Because it's into your fucking spinal cord. So they're not doing that like, quick, hurry, do it. No, that's a very slow, methodical, and careful shot that you get to be numbed. Yeah, it's not a slow process. They give you local numbing stuff just to give you the shot. I'll pin it next time. Yeah, good times. All of my robot viewers. Twitch is allegedly going to crack down on botters. They posted it on their Twitter like the last week. Yeah? Listen, Derpy, please. Please. So it was kind of amazing though. So I put the scrubs on. You know what's the weird thing is the nurse brought me the scrubs, chat, and she handed them to me, goes, you don't have to put these on right now. Yes, I do. What do you mean? She goes, no, it's okay. You can wait a while. Nah, fuck that. I put him on as soon as she left the room. Not this time. Not this time, chat. She walked back in. I'm just sitting there in the full setup, just like, I'm ready to go. I was posting pictures for all of you in the Discord when that was happening. That's where that picture came from of the mask over my beard. Because they gave me a head mask, or I mean a head net to wear, to make sure my hair was captured. Obviously. And my coping mechanism is being silly. So yes, you did see that. There it is, Castle, thank you. Castle just posted the emote in Discord. So, the anesthesiologist came to talk to us. I'm in my full garb already, obviously. You know what's so funny? The nurse before us came in and she's talking to us and she's like setting us up for everything and telling us what's going on and what to expect. She was very, very nice. Really cool thing this hospital does. They give you a nurse that's with you before the baby is born, in the delivery room, and after the baby is born. So she essentially becomes like your nurse for the whole experience. I was like, that's fucking cool, man. Like, that's so cool. So yeah, she comes in, she talks to you, she gets you all ready, and then she is literally the nurse in the OR, in the operating room during the birth. This is why we love this hospital, and we wanted to live here for this hospital, you know what I mean? Yeah. And, but the anesthesiologist, right before he comes in, the nurse says, "You're gonna love him, he's so funny." I was like, "Oh, okay." And then he came in, and he wasn't funny. He was real serious, talking to us about side effects of being put under, about how the shot works, explaining the procedures. He was all business, not a single joke. And then I thought to myself, he's funny because he likes you. That's why he's funny to you and not to the rest of us. Anyway, something I did not know about childbirth is the anesthesiologist pretty much runs the show as far as your experience goes. So they put a big curtain up that basically goes across Lady Mac's chest, so you're not watching surgery the whole time. Unless you're into that. You're allowed to look. There's not a rule. They just do it so you don't go crazy. Watching them, do surgery. But the anesthesiologist is right next to you the whole time, like talking to you, explaining what's happening. They are the captain of the ship. It's so weird. I had no idea that it was like that. He's also giving real-time pain medication to Lady Mac. So he's like asking her questions like, do you feel pressure? Does your chest hurt? Do your shoulders hurt? And it's so funny because at one point he goes, do you want pain medicine? She goes, no, I'm fine right now. And literally like 8 seconds later, she goes, okay, I want it. I want it now. He's like, okay, I'll do it. Yeah. Another group of people who was in the room, there were 2 people from the NICU in the delivery room ready to receive the baby immediately. You know what I mean? Like, so this is a fucking awesome hospital, right? So 2 people from the NICU who are going to take the baby to intensive care are waiting for the baby to be born, and they receive him and they take care of him. So a doctor who works with mothers takes care of your wife, and a doctor who takes care of babies takes care of your babies. Like, they divide and conquer right there in the room. Yeah, I did not watch them cut Lady Mac open. The doctor was giving a play-by-play, though. So she was like, okay, I'm cutting you open now. I'll be honest, chat. If you're wondering like what I'm like in that room, nothing fazed me in that room. I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't afraid of blood. See, I saw her incision. I saw my wife's insides, chat. I'm a curious person. I was like, I can see your stomach on the inside. I did not say that to her, by the way. So yeah. And those are some twists and turns, let me tell you. I can see your heart. It belongs to me. That's when you say something weird to the doctor, Derpy, like, can I put something in there for safekeeping? Yeah. I like the way your insides look, yeah. I brought a memento I would like you to put into her belly. Don't tell her. It's a surprise. Good night, Izzy. I'm glad you got to hear baby name. Have a good rest. Okay, I know what route to take next time. Shut the fuck up. Thank you, Snowfeather. Appreciate that. Can you put a Yours Forever sticker directly on her heart, please? And Snowfeather, thank you for 14 months. Wow, babe, you are just as beautiful on the inside. Can you slip this air tag in there for me? Imagine thinking I use Apple products. Disgusting. We're all cursed. You are. A little bit, yeah. There you go, Disney. Let's just get them all in there, no matter what phone I use. We named the baby Asher Reese. Our little Reese cup. Asher Reese. Something cool about the baby, chat. This is new to the NICU. The baby's now on a live stream that I can tune into 24/7. Yeah. Isn't that wild? You can just check up on him whenever you want. Yeah. Very cute. Asher Reese. Yeah, I'm sure, yeah. The future is now. It really is, yeah. He's gonna have to dress as a Reese cup for Halloween now. He really is. Thank you, Pablito. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you all very much for all the congrats. I'm sure I missed a bunch of them. I appreciate it. So anyway, back to childbirth. Oh, is it really? Huh. Well, there you go, Angela. Oh, I didn't even put that together yet. There you go. There you go, Blue Frost. I like where your head's at. Yeah. Well, I mean, if any of my boys, I'm always of the firm belief, if any of them grow up and want to change their name one day, change it. I'm not emotionally, like, invested in, you better keep this name forever. Nah. If you don't like your name, change it. That's on them. Hi, Hopri, how are you? Oh, I hope your little one feels better. Yeah. So anyway, chat, they were pulling my wife's uterus out of her belly. And here I am, making jokes, making Derpy proud of me, you know? Babe, your uterus is so fucking big. It's like, oh my God. That thing is huge. Mom, why didn't you name me Aiden? Oh God. Lady Mac, you know what Lady Mac would say? Because I love you, that's why. What do you want me to name you, Liam? There's gonna be 1 billion of those in your class. Finally, Derpy, finally. Yeah, imagine if all of you were there with me in the room during childbirth. The jokes that you guys would have given me would have been off the charts. Yeah. Some churches people keep the removed parts. Was she allowed to keep her tubes as trophies? You're allowed to keep all your body parts when they're removed. Yes. This is really funny to me, but when they take out your body parts, they put them in Tupperware containers. And I don't know why. That seems so fucking weird to me. Just like putting them in a Ziploc. But yeah. Like, because at one point, me and Ladyback were talking about things. You are allowed to eat the placenta, I believe. Yes, I do believe you're allowed to do that here. Ugh. We didn't. We did not. We didn't want any of the pieces. We didn't take anything home. We did not have a barbecue the next day. I did see my wife's placenta and her tubes, which I don't know why, chat, but in my head, when they say, okay, we're going to remove her tubes, her fallopian tubes, so she can't have babies anymore. And when Lady Mac told the doctor she was going to do it, the doctor goes, good. Like, she's sick of going through this stress too. Thank God. Yeah. But I thought they were going to be like long tubes, like intestines. I don't know why. In my head, I was like, they're gonna be like, oh man, here's your tubes. And they're like this big. They're really, really tiny. I was like, oh, okay. There they are. I'm expecting them to be like pulling them out like a rope, like a comedy thing, you know? Like, whoa, look at these tubes. But no, they were tiny. No, it does not cause hormonal issues to have tubes removed. A hysterectomy can cause hormonal problems, but not having your tubes removed. Actually, from the multiple doctors told us that having your tubes removed, if you're done having children, is only a net benefit in almost every single way. Like, because there's like ovarian cancer stuff that it can be tied to, and like, you know, there's the tube can get, there's a lot of things that can go wrong still having them, so getting rid of them is almost universally accepted to be a good thing. I think that's also why they switched to removing them instead of the old-fashioned way of doing it, which is not tying them in a knot like I used to think when I was younger. Getting your tubes tied is not like tying shoelaces. From what the doctors say, they play no part with hormones at all. Yeah. Yeah, no ovary remover happened. Yeah. So she still has all of her... She can actually still have a baby via IVF. Because she's still going to make eggs for, like, you know, years. So she can still have babies through IVF if we ever really wanted one. She would need a surrogate mother at that point, though. I guess not. I guess she could make the egg and they could still... No, she's never being pregnant again, chat. Fuck that. We're fucking done. So she would need a surrogate. So yeah. Can you tie him in can you tie him in a bow? See, Mr. Penguin, this is what I mean. They're like, all right, we're gonna remove the tubes, and I'm like, do your tubes hang low? Do they want? Get out, sir. Leave now. Get out of here. Go wait in the lobby. You're not gonna meet your child. I'm sorry. I'm happy to report to all of you that I made no jokes whatsoever. However, my wife is a very curious person, so I did give her information that you would think I should not share with her. Like, yes, your placenta's on the table in a Tupperware container. As she wanted to know. I was like, yep, it's right there. It's 5 feet away from me. It's huge, babe. You did a good job. Like, what do I say? It's a really nice placenta. It's so nice. It's like the nicest I've ever seen. But no, I did not make jokes. Truth be told, it was a very emotional experience for me. And it was something, man. I mean, you would think because I'm a dad of 2 already that it wouldn't be, but that's my first time being part of a childbirth, and it was something. And I was really, really glad, and I feel really blessed to have gotten to do it this way. On our terms, our choice. I will say, though, that I thought because it was a C-section, it was just like, we cut you open, baby pops out. No. It's still a very forceful experience. Turns out. Oh my God, Church. Derpy C, no. This is why. Should I give a trigger alert for gore? I don't know. When they cut open your uterus, they want the incision to be as small as possible so you don't bleed to death. So they don't just like cut it in half and get the baby out. They cut a small incision and then squeeze the baby out like a peanut. And our baby came out like a psychopath, faced first like he's in the fucking Shining. Hi! Just like, oh my God, put him back in. Dear God, please stop. There's baby. He came out face first, and I don't know if you know this about childbirth, but because he came out face first, his whole face got bruised on birth. So his whole face was purple when he was born and looked like he wasn't breathing because babies bruise instantly. So his whole face is just like purple. I was like, is he supposed to look like that? And they're like, yeah, he's fine. It's just a bruise. Okay. Yeah. You know what's weird is everybody was like, make sure you have your phone ready to take pictures. And I was like, that's going to be the last thing I remember to do. But in the room, in the midst of a surgery, someone goes, grab your phone. It's time for pictures. Okay. But we did take some pictures. I actually have a picture that I don't think I will ever share on stream of the baby half in her stomach and half not. And I think it's a very cool picture for us to have, but probably not one I'll ever share on stream. But yeah, it's a wild picture. Yeah, Gorilla. It will haunt your fucking dreams. It is like some alien stuff. It really is. Exactly, Dizzy. Very cool. And it was a hell of an experience, man. Just seeing him like enter the world, and they have two curtains up. One of them is see-through and one of them is fabric. And they pull down the fabric curtain once he's born. And that's when I took that picture. I was like, oh my God, he's still in there. He's only halfway out. Picture. I would have not have taken a single picture if they didn't tell me. A lot of you know that about me. I'm not good at that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not good at remembering to take pictures of stuff. If it wasn't for my wife, we wouldn't have pictures of anything. But they constantly remind you when they're in there that you should take a picture. Oh, we're halfway there. We know the exact song that was playing in the room, chat, when the baby was born. I'm literally gonna ruin my monetization to play it for you. Because it was so fucking funny. Hold on. Here we go. No, this is what was playing. Because I'm free! Oh gosh. Baby. Hold on, let me fast forward. Alright, just picture the birth, chat. Baby's like, turn this shit off! Put me back in! You know what's funny is because they took Lady Mac back first to prep her in OR, right? And the doctor like pops her head in the room, the delivery, like her OBGYN, and says, what's a good playlist to play while she's giving birth? I was like, well, and I just said she loves Tom Petty and country music. And she goes, so country music? And I said, no, go with Tom Petty because I'm going to be there too. And so it wasn't playing Tom Petty the whole time because it was like a Pandora station because my doctor lives in 1996 and uses Pandora still. So, but you don't have to believe in things like this, chat. But when the baby was born, that song was playing. And my wife said that was my dad's favorite song. I was like, that's fucking amazing. And I said, I didn't know there was music playing, you know, because I was watching a fucking surgery. So I had no idea. And she's like listening to the music. I'm like, when did you take the time to be like, this is my song? Like, I was like, I'm just like watching you get like an alien burst out of your chest and you're listening to the tunes? She's tapping her foot, yeah. It's a good song. Yeah. I also don't know if every operating room is like this, chat, but there's a nurse who only works in the operating room all day, and it's considered her room or his room, like depending. Did you guys know that? Like, they're responsible for taking care of the room, cleaning the room, prepping the room. They know where everything is. They're like an expert in the operating room. So like she was there when we got there, and when we left, she was the last person still there waiting for the next operation to start. And I asked the anesthesiologist, I said, does she always stay in here? He said, yeah, she doesn't leave for her whole shift. It's like, Jesus. So I assume they do that so that there's someone who's super familiar with the workings of the room. So they're never like, okay, I need this. And someone's like, oh, I don't know where that is. Yeah. Yeah, so it probably does depend on the hospital, yeah. No, I think she has breaks between ORs to use the bathroom and stuff. Is it really, Kinamara? Yeah. She's the guardian of the birthing room, yeah. Derpy, that sounds like a fanfic that Angela would read. The guardian of the birthing den. Yeah. So anyway, baby's born, got a big bruise on his face, and the NICU people take him right away, clean him up, and I cried like crazy, a whole bunch. I'm not gonna cry tonight. I've got it together. It's fine. If I had to do this the day after, I'd have been fucking done. It was a very just awe-inspiring experience to have your baby right in front of you. You know what I mean? And seeing them for the first time, since I didn't see that the first two times. And she's, because of the way he was born and he needs to immediately go into care, we don't get to like hold him or like do stuff with him because he's essentially born at 34 weeks, means he's born into critical condition. So it's not one of those like, oh, here's your baby, hold them, here, you know, hang out with them. No, they immediately take them up to another room and start getting them stable. 34 weeks is still 6 weeks early. We did do the delivery on our terms, but it's still 6 weeks early. You know what I mean? So he's still considered very high risk and immediately in critical condition. They did immediately bring him over and lay him on Lady Mac's chest, though, which was really, really nice. And then they took a picture for us. The person who took a picture with my phone may have had two hands with gloves on them covered completely in blood. Here, give me your phone. I'll take the picture. What am I going to say? No? Ew. I just gave them my phone like it'd be fine. Whatever. Who cares? Yeah. So that was the birthing story, chat. I made it through it. No tears. We did it. Yay. And they were like, what's his name? And we were like, fuck if we know. We didn't plan for this shit. We thought we had like 3 more weeks. That's what they wrote down. All right, weird name, but okay. That's what it takes, is just one smartass. Like if Derpy worked at that hospital and someone said, what's the name? And they said, fuck if we know, he'd be like, okay. Fuck if we know. Yeah. Oh, shut up, Derpy. I know, she is Blue Frost, that's true. Those cakes that they write the literal words. Goodness. So, then Lady Mac had to stay in the hospital. She had to take magnesium for 24 hours. which is basically a liquid they put into your body, chat. It's not taking a you know what's funny is the doctor said to me, they go different magnesium when they were explaining it to me, because I was like, she takes a magnesium supplement. They were like, different magnesium. And I was like, I beg to differ. Same magnesium, different. Never mind. Yeah. Oh, God, Rissy. We know. There you go. There you go, Arden. But so basically what it does when you have to take magnesium is she takes it because she has preeclampsia. Eclampsia is life-threatening seizures that happen when your blood pressure gets too out of control when you're going to have a baby. They give her the magnesium for 24 hours after birth to stop that from happening. But when they give it to you, they basically give you the flu for 24 hours and make you fucking miserable. Because that's what magnesium does to you. So she had to do that. So her first 24 hours after giving birth were super, super miserable. And her brain will just delete all that. I know it. I could just see her like a year from now. Like, yeah, magnesium wasn't so bad. It was pretty bad. And then the reason she stayed in the hospital the whole week is because she's so high risk. So she had to stay for a long time. She did so fucking amazing, though. Like, that woman is a superhero. Like, my dear God. She was walking the next day, like walking over to the NICU, which you're supposed to. They want you walking so you don't blood clot and stuff like that. But the first day after she got off magnesium, she was like all over the place. Like she's something, man. She is something else. I am so fucking proud of her. She's, oh man. Not just because she has pretty insides, chat. That joke was for you, Drongo. You're welcome. But yeah, she's a monster. She had a really funny moment where she made breast milk the first day. After the lactation specialist came in and said, you won't be able to make milk right away because your baby was early. Lady Mac went, challenge fucking accepted, and made milk on her first try. And I was like, what, were you just saving that? Like, why do you just have that ready to go? Did you know you were going to make milk right away? Yeah. Do you really, Arden? Goodness, yeah. All right, bet. Pretty much, yeah, bet. Her body knew that baby was due. That's right. That's right. And you know what's funny is she came in with her milk, and the nurse said, how much did you make? And she's like, I made this much. And the nurse goes, that's too much. We won't even be able to use that today. That's great. They're always really encouraging. Like, that's great. That's amazing. And she goes, but don't say it too loud because some other moms can't make milk. I'm like, what are they going to do? Fight her? Bitch, you're making milk? Like, I'm like, beat your ass. Look, chill. Chill. No, Blue Frost. Have not been thinking about sex this week. That's what got me into this mess. It does make them feel bad, yeah. Start selling it to the other moms like some sort of weird drug dealer. How much milk does your baby need? I mean, you know breast milk is best. Yeah, good times. Plus, chat, we're not allowed to have sex for 7 more weeks. Well, 6 weeks and 6 days. I'm not keeping track, though. Breast is best, and I got the best. But who's counting, right? Yeah. I got the good stuff. And you know what's funny, Blue Frost? I will share with you, for those of you that don't know, if you're lactose intolerant, you can drink breast milk. So technically, I could drink it safely. Not that I would. Lady Mac walks in the morning, I'm just stealing the breast milk on my cereal. I'm lactose intolerant, babe, chill. That's for the baby. I'm a big baby right now. Okay? I just watched a surgery, thank you. Straight from the tap. Now we're talking. Now Belf is speaking my language. We're back in that phase. It's a really fun phase of post-pregnancy where my wife says things like, God, my boobs are so huge. And I'm like, you don't have to tell me. I know. You never have to tell me. Yeah. I also have Blue Frost a few times on purpose, a few times on accident. Oh God, Kitamura. Just a bit for your child. Oh God. Babe, I've been staring at them for 20 minutes, yeah. God, Turpy. Yeah, good times. Good times. We discovered during my wife's previous 2 pregnancies that, you know what? That's never mind. Never mind. See, we're too far, chat. We're too far. Go on. Stop it. I feel like for some of you, this is like an anime you've seen. No, I discovered. Okay, fine. Hold on. Can I get a mod check? Are we safe? That when my wife is sexually aroused, she produces extra milk. And I discovered that by it spraying me in the face. Oh, God, babe! She's like, oh, sorry. Anyway, shut up. I'm not done yet. Okay. I need an umbrella. Now you know how it feels. Oh, now I am going to cry. Oh, God. Jesus Christ. Anyway, chat. Can't do that for 7 more weeks. I'll let you know. I'll keep you updated, chat. Eventually. First time. Jesus Christ. So anyway, chat, yeah. Then what happened, chat? Lady Mac I stayed. So if you're wondering why I didn't stream last week, it's because my wife was in the hospital and I had a new baby. So it'd have been kind of dickish for me to be like, all right, babe, I gotta go. I gotta stream. I'm out. I got shit to do. Good luck with the kids. I'll drop them off at the hospital for you to take care of all day. No, I was actually coming home. Luckily, her best friend is here. She's leaving today. Like, when I end stream, I'm going to take a 2-hour nap and then take her to the airport. Because she's fucking done with our kids. But if she wasn't here, things would have been so effing hard. Because, all right, let's complain together for a moment. Can we just have a moment chat in secret? It makes me so fucking mad. Her mom visited for a few hours and then went home. She was in the hospital for 5 days. And I couldn't stay with her this time. Some of you remember first and second birth? I stayed with Lady Mac 24/7 at the hospital. I slept in the hospital. But now we have a 2- and a 3-year-old, and that's impossible, right? Number one, most people can't handle other people's kids all day long. Her friend did a lot of watching for us, but she also has mental health to worry about too. She's not used to having a 2- and 3-year-old all fucking day. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that shit drives me crazy. I mean, she's retired. Anyway. Anyway. I did bring the boys up to see Lady Mac twice a day. The first time I brought them up, I was unprepared and we didn't go well. The second time I brought 2 tablets and a PC and put on multiple movies for them to watch and choose from. And the second time went a lot better. So, yeah. Yeah, we need 2 TVs because our 2 boys don't like to watch the same thing, turns out. I should get used to that, I guess, with 3 boys. Eventually, I'm going to have a room in my house with 3 TVs in it. I know it. It's just going to happen. Part of that's also because I'm a gaming nerd, and a lot of you know how cool it's going to be to set up a triple gaming setup for my boys. No, same room, Belf. Force them to learn to play Call of Duty together as a unit. If you want to be a Rainbow Six team, you're going to need to be in the same room. Yeah. So, yeah. But life feels a little more normal the last few days. Lady Mac's been home for 3 days, and she has to take it easy. She's not allowed to lift more than 8 pounds, so she can't lift our current kids at all because they're big, chunky boys. They're actually so skinny, but big when you can only lift 8 pounds. Yeah, I only wanted 3 kids so I could have a LAN party. Hi, Superwoman. How are you? Yeah, no gaming tonight. None. 0. 0 zip zilch nada, baby. Thank you for 21 months. I appreciate it. So now let's talk about the baby a little bit. The baby was born with premature lungs. Not unexpected since he was born at 34 weeks. She did get 2 shots of steroids when she was in the hospital, which sometimes helps with it, but not enough. He did not have to go on life support like Gideon did. Like Gideon's first 12 hours, he was on a respirator, like helping him breathe and not die. But this wasn't that serious. He went on a CPAP machine, and the CPAP is basically a bubble machine. If you guys don't know what it is, for a baby, it basically makes their whole body vibrate with bubbles because they're so little. And it's got like a little mask and stuff, and he only had to wear it for the first 3 days. But then he had an event on day 4 or day 6. Lady Mac was home, so day 6 he had an event, and the event was that he threw up green, which all of us would be alarmed, right? If you threw up green stuff. And when that happens in a baby, that's kind of a huge problem. So when that happened on, I think it was, man, you can check the Discord. I don't remember the days anymore. I think that was Saturday that happened. So when it happened, they said, listen, it could be nothing, but it could be life-threatening. So we're going to transfer him to Nationwide Children's Hospital, which is the big children's hospital downtown, because they do a test where they're going to put a liquid down his throat and technology is so amazing, and watch it on a live x-ray go through his intestines to make sure his intestines are not blocked or twisted. And I was like, wow, that's fucking amazing that they can just do that. So literally 2 surgeons watch that procedure happen, and if there's a problem, he has surgery immediately. Yeah. So pretty wild stuff, right? And to fix the problem, because what can happen is if your intestines are twisted and cut off blood flow, it could kill everything after where the kink in your intestines was, which could mean losing like your bowels, right? For life. They don't grow back, right? It's just gone forever, which could be a huge problem, obviously. But it went fine, thank God. They said they think just because he was premature that he just had some stuff in his stomach that he hadn't passed yet and he needed to get rid of. And now he hasn't had any events since. It did require him to go into an ambulance and drive across the city. And the ambulance has like I took a picture of it. I haven't been sharing photos because I don't want to show any photos from the operating room. It seems like that's not the type of thing to show. However, I can show you what he looked like in his little mask. Here you go, chat. This is what he looked like in his little mask. So tiny. Yeah, his little CPAP mask. Yeah, his eyes are open now, yeah. His eyes are open now. He's so little. It's so little. Like a tiny Bane. Pretty much, yeah. I do have this picture I posted in Discord of this is in the operating room when he was born. So you can see the curtain that I was talking about. And there he is laying on mommy's chest for a little while. She's wide awake the whole time, which is kind of crazy while having surgery, you know? So there's proof that we had a baby. Aw, our cute little dude. I forgot why I opened up pictures, though. Lady Mac even has pictures of all the breast milk she was making. Just to flex on the other moms. Ambulance, thank you. I took this picture because I felt like some of you would find it fascinating. Right? This is what the gurney looks like. The Krankenwagen. Yes. That's what it looks like when they have to go in on a stretcher thing. Isn't that wild? So they have a whole, like, unit and everything built just for this purpose. Also, something I thought was very, very cool. This is the guy who drives the ambulance. The other two people in the ambulance with him were nurses that work in the NICU. So they literally transport the babies with NICU nurses who do this for a living all day. And this is a good reminder of just how amazing the children's healthcare is in my city and why we don't want to leave. Just amazing, right? Yeah, like a mobile NICU, exactly. Yeah. The one girl taking him, though, was 9 months pregnant. She was like, yeah, I'm due in 3 days. It's like, why the fuck are you working? Go home. What are you doing? She's like, yeah, I deliver on Tuesday. Oh, just so casual. Like, what? Yeah. She wants to be near the hospital. I guess that's true. If she goes into labor while at work, she works in labor and delivery. It makes sense, Marius. Yeah. She could live really far away. That's true. But yeah, I thought that was really, really fascinating. I need to take a short break, chat, and then I'll continue story time. Just give me 1 second. Don't fall down, green screen. You can do it. Okay. Thank you for your patience. A lot of very funny things happened at the other hospital. I'll tell all of you. The other hospital is a children's hospital. Where we give birth is a regular hospital that focuses on maternity. Like they have huge maternity wings. It's a maternity. It's not a maternity hospital, but It's like the maternity hospital, in my opinion, of our city. But they have 18 NICU beds at the hospital that Gideon, I keep saying Gideon, that Asher is in. When we went to Children's, they have 156 of them. I was like, holy shit. 156 of them. And that the room that Asher is staying in is an open room. There's no walls. Our baby's right next to another baby. They're like 6-10 feet away from each other. At Nationwide Children's Hospital, everybody has their own room. Like each baby has a room like a hotel. And you know what's crazy is they said when they were taking him to that hospital, they said, we're going to have to bring him right back because we only have 2 open beds of 156. They had 154 babies in their NICU. Shit's crazy, right? Like, what the F? That's so many. But this is also probably why they try to build NICUs in other hospitals. So our NICU at the hospital we go to is run by Nationwide Children's. And so are multiple other ones throughout the city. So I think they try to work with other hospitals to increase their ability to take care of babies at remote locations. You know what I mean? So that they don't have this centralized point where all of the babies have to go. It does, Kinamara, but it's still wild to think about. Like, that's such a big amount of babies. He was only there for 3 hours. We got really, really, really lucky. When we took him to the hospital, yeah, satellite NICUs. They said the people who do the tests they warned us. They said when you get there, it might take a while because we don't know how the testing room, how long they're going to take to get you in. So they said you might be there overnight until the next day. And then when we got there, they were rolling a baby past us, and you know it's hard to tell if it's your baby when they're all wrapped up and have the mask on and stuff. And I said, "Is that?" And then I said my last name, and they go, "Yeah, it is." I said, "Oh, that's our baby." And they said, "Oh, well, they got him in for testing immediately as soon as he walked in the door." So they rolled him in the door and took him straight up for the test because they had a spot open. So it was like everything happened like right away. And you know what's neat about that hospital is you're allowed to bring your kids in, and they brought us like crayons and coloring paper, and they gave them toys. And I said, "Oh, do we return the toys at the front desk?" And she said, "No, those are yours to keep. They're from donations." So they know that other people have kids and they help you take care of them. Yeah. Yeah, so they're like a hospital that's really, really ready for that. Kids aren't really allowed in the NICU at our other hospital because you don't have an individual room. It's just a room full of babies. You know what I mean? Oh, God, Disney, stop that. My last name is very unique. So, you know how when you go to college, it'll be like your last name is your email address is your... Friendly gesture! Is your last name and then dot like a number. So like if you're Smith, you're like Smith.7462. I was the first at my college of 55,000 students. You know, I have alerts turned on, but man, do I not have that window open. That's from Wing Benny. Let's pretend I'm Burger King and you're McDonald's, so I have it my way and you'll be loving it. All of these stories tonight, Benny, are because I had it my way and I was loving it. Okay? Do you see what happens? Yeah. How are you, Benny? Thank you, buddy, for the $5. Appreciate you. It's good to see you. We did not name the baby Benny. It was one of my final 2 names, but Asher won out in the end. Yeah. Do they really, Kinamar? Yeah, ours were all assigned. But I mean, Ohio State's such a big school. We're doing good, Benny. We're doing good, all things considered. So some other funny things happened at this hospital, though. One of them was Gideon became best friends with the nurse there. Like, her name was Lydia. And every time she came in the room, he'd go, "You're back." And she'd be like, "Yeah, I'm back." And he'd be like, "I want a hug." I was like, why are you becoming best friends with her? It was so fucking adorable. For some reason, he just really hit it off with her. And she had to keep coming back in the room to check on the baby. And every single time, he'd be like, "You're back." She's like, "Yeah, I'm back again." But she was really, really great. We had such a good experience at Nationwide Children's. Like, if they had decided to keep him, it would have been such a, like, lovely experience. They were so, so awesome. Not that our NICU's not great, but it was just, like, next level. It was really, really cool to see and experience. And then the surgeons actually left surgery as soon as they finished, not, like, in the middle. "Yeah, baby will be fine. We'll be back." No. So they come down, and they're, like, in all their stuff from surgery. And they said, "We like to see every baby who goes through that test and just, like, check them out ourselves as the, like, neonatal surgeons." Like, basically, they want to put eyes and hands on the baby, right? And the female doctor leans in. Lady Mac's doing skin to skin, so she's basically showing her boobs to everyone. She said that that was the most anybody had seen her boobs in a short period of time ever, because it was like 10 people. She has let go of any worry about it, though. She kind of has to, right? She can't be like, "Don't look at my breasts," where there's a baby on her that they all need to look at. But anyway, I had such a funny conversation with the surgeon. There was like a woman surgeon and a man surgeon, and the woman's like talking to Lady Mac, got her hand around her, explaining things to her, and I'm talking to the guy surgeon. He's like, "What's up, man?" "Hey, bro, doctor." He's like, "Yeah, we just need to make sure everything's in the right place." I was like, "Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense." He's like, "Yeah, we checked the intestines. They look good. Now we need to check if his testicles are in the right place." I was like, "Oh, okay. That seems obvious already." He said, "Then we need to check if his anus is in the right place." Why does that feel like a joke? That's not real, right? Is that a doctor joke, or are you actually going to check? They did check, though. It wasn't a joke. It turns out they did need to check that. They don't joke about anuses, it's true. And then, you know, it's funny, he said, "You'd be surprised." And I was like, "You're right. I would be surprised." Oh my God, his anus is in his armpit. Holy shit. That is surprising. It was where I was supposed to be, though, so we were good. So everything was fine. And then we ended up back at the other hospital, I think with like 5 hours total, with 2 ambulance rides and all those tests and everything being done. I think it took about 5 hours. You know what's weird, though? When we got back to the hospital, they had cleaned out his whole station and took all our stuff out. And they're like, "Oh, you're back already." Like, it was like awkward. Like, we walked into an ex's house who still had some of our stuff. Like, "Oh yeah, I thought you said you knew we were coming back." They were like, "Yeah, but we didn't think you'd be back this fast." So you cleaned out his station? Like, damn, they're not full. There's 10 empty beds in there. Like, Jesus. Ye old wandering anus. And yeah, goodness. But anyway, for timelines, Gideon will be in the hospital. Asher will be in the hospital for 4 to 6 weeks. I think I'm having like a mental like relapse of Gideon's NICU stay, and I have been for the better part of a week because I've probably said Gideon like 50 times. So he'll be in the hospital for 4 to 6 weeks. That range is loose, and it really just depends on how he's doing. They said it could be 3 weeks, but we're going to just assume it's the full term to not get our hopes up. You know what I mean? Like, if it takes 6 weeks, it takes 6 weeks, right? You don't want to bring a baby home with breathing problems. You know what I mean? He has a small air pocket on his left lung that they need to wait for that to dissipate. So that's one of his milestones. He needs to be able to breathe steady and not have what they call Brady events, where they just stop breathing for 15, 20 seconds for no reason. which he currently does like 8 to 10 times a day, where he just decides to take a break and give you a heart attack and not breathe for 10 seconds. My favorite part of this, chat, is do you want to know how the nurses help him? They poke him and say, hey, wake up. Very technical. Wake up, baby. Time to breathe. It's like, oh, is that how we do that? How many millions do you owe the hospital? This is our first childbirth where we have insurance that will pay for all of it. Yeah. I think Jonah's childbirth was like 150,000. Gideon's was like I don't even remember the number anymore. 1.2 million, right? Something like that. And this one will be completely free. The first one. Really, Arden, yeah. Wake up, kid. We got a city to burn. It's time. Hi, Crafton. How are you? It's good to see you. So the way the world should work is how this birth will work. We will get no bills for mommy and no bills for baby for the first time in all of our children's births. So that's good news. And we found out a lady came in and she goes, hi, I'm from like some administrative office, and said, would you like me to add your new baby to your insurance? And you know how hard it is to add somebody to Medicaid? It's so fucking hard. And she said, since he was just born, I can actually do it right here in the hospital. Please do that. The place you go to do that, you have to sit in a waiting room for like 4 hours waiting your turn. So fuck yeah. Thank you. Let's go. Where were you 2 and 3 years ago? Yeah, no kidding. Oh yeah, Snuffle, that is terrifying. So those are 2 of his milestones. The air has to leave his left lung properly. He has to be able to breathe and not have Brady events. And the third one is he needs to be able to hold his oxygen level at 99% or higher for like 48 hours without any of those Brady events. So that stuff is probably still a couple weeks away. Basically, we're just waiting for his lungs to catch up with the rest of his body. So he's 6 weeks early. He wasn't done making his lungs yet. So he's got to finish and then he can come home. So probably in September, he'll come home at some point in September. So this means I'll be ending streams earlier than I usually do so that I can go to the hospital every morning, because we can't go at the same time. Me and Lady Mac are going to go back on that. We have to divide and conquer. So I'm going to be going in the mornings. And then she's going to be going in the evenings so that he gets visits twice a day. The official birth date was August 11th. Thank you, more golds. Appreciate it. He's just a little underbaked. Yeah. He'll get there. And I got to I sat with him this evening for 2 hours. It's been so hard for me to see him because usually I drop... When you have a baby, I feel like this is like advice I would give a new dad or a new mom. If it was 2 moms, like the most important job you can do for your wife is to be supportive of her and the baby having a really good relationship in the beginning. You kind of have to like put your own desires aside because it's so damn important that both of them have a really good experience in the beginning. So that's been my goal, just like it was with the other 2 babies. So I drop her off and then I take our kids and do stuff with them so she can just stay at the hospital for a few hours, do skin to skin, and just hang out with them, you know? It's good for her mental health. It's good for baby's development. It's just win-win all around. But tonight I got to just sit with him by myself for like 2 hours. And it was nice. It was weird because the nurse was asking me for financial advice. But I walked her through how her retirement account worked in that time. She's like, what do you do for a living? I was like, I'm a streamer. She's like, what does that mean? And I was like, it means I play like video games for a living. And she goes, they pay you for that? And I was like, I know. I don't get it either. You're right, lady. I don't. And then I said, yeah, but I worked in finance for like 10 years before that. And she said, oh, do you know how retirement accounts work? I was like, ah, shit. And I'm holding the baby and I'm not allowed to stand up while I'm holding him. So I was like trapped now. I was like, oh, I do know how they work. Yeah. No, not a clue. I also had, like, the lady, she got really confused at one point about something. And it was like the most circular conversation I've ever been in. She goes, she asked me, she said, so if we withdraw our 401k, will there be a penalty? And I said, yeah, but only at 59.5. And she goes, yeah, my husband's 58. I said, yeah, well, you'll have to pay the penalty unless you wait till 59.5. She goes, okay, so he doesn't have to pay it. No, he does have to pay it if he takes it out now. Well, what happens at 59.5? He won't have to pay it then. If he waits a year and a half. She goes, well, we don't want to wait. Then why are we fucking having this conversation? Then you're going to pay the 10% penalty. Is there any way to avoid the penalty? Write stuff off. Can you write stuff off? And she goes, I can write stuff off. Oh. Okay. I feel like that's a nudge, nudge, wink, wink moment, right? I definitely know how to commit tax fraud. If you know what I'm saying. That's why I'm a streamer now. I was terrible at finance. Here's all my advice. Oh, that's closed. Oh, there we go. Do I have time for another tea, chat? Yeah, I have time for another tea. But I got to spend, I did skin to skin with him for an hour and a half today. Skin to skin, if you don't know what that means, chat, it just means that the baby lays on your chest with you, you take your shirt off. And the baby just lays on your chest. So it's literally skin to skin contact. And there's countless studies about how beneficial that is for baby, especially with mom, but also with dad too. It helps with brain development. It helps with bonding. It helps with calmness of the baby. And yeah. Hi, Steph. How are you? So, but it's more important that mom does it, but still good for dad to do it too. And a lot of dads don't do it. I don't know if it's shyness or maybe just uncomfortableness of it. But it's good for him. Pretty much, Rizzy, yeah. Fun story, chat. The nurse goes, there's like a curtain you can close around where the baby is. So when like the mom is breastfeeding, our child has had like 10 different nurses because nurses work 3 days a week, right? So the nurses change all the time that are taking care of Asher on a given day. And the first day the lady was like, okay, do you want to do skin to skin? And I was like, yeah. And she gave me like this fancy vest to wear. Yeah. I mean, they do like give you like, I mean, maybe not Belf, but a lot of them do get it. The nurses like explain it to you and stuff, but also that's my hospital. Everywhere is going to be different, right? I'm more so saying it to say that men should do it and not feel weird about it, I guess is the message I was trying to give. Not that, oh, those fucking assholes. Yeah. Like, don't feel weird about it. Just it's a good thing to do. And you'll feel good while you're doing it. You're holding your child that you made in a very peculiar situation and position that nobody knows about. You know, memories. Anyway, some secrets die with you, chat. So, but the first day they said, do you want me to close the curtain? And I said, no, I'm not a shy person. And she goes, well, take your shirt off then. Okay. What are you, my wife? Like, okay. I guess I'll take it off. Challenge accepted. I did just take my shirt off in the middle of the room. What are they going to say? Oh my God, you have chest hair. Like, they see it all day, every day, right? It's not weird to them. Like, yeah. So, yeah. They're kind of immune to that stuff. I'm not that hairy, Castle. Calm down. Yeah, they start roasting you immediate, Belf. There's like, oh, Potbelly, huh? Hey, I worked hard for this. Do you know how many Chipotles I had to eat to get to this point? Excuse you. No, but the nurses have all been really great. So yeah, I'll be ending streams probably an hour earlier than normal so that I can go to the hospital every morning and see Asher. This is the same routine I did with Gideon. So those of you who've been here long enough to remember that, I'm going to go to the hospital every morning as soon as I end stream. That way, by the time I'm done visiting, I can come home and help Lady Mac in the morning before the boys wake up. Oh yeah, we're going to need a curtain after all, my dude. No, we're going to close the curtain for everyone else. They just like roast you into the ground. Yeah. Mop! Hi, Mop! We're talking about childbirth. I'm actually past that part of the story. Daddy Mac, that's right, baby. Heck yeah. Baby number 3 is here. He was so tiny. Yeah, Gideon was born 2 pounds, 15 and a half ounces. They couldn't just give him that other half ounce. Under 3 pounds. And Asher was born 4 pounds, 5 ounces. So that does seem way bigger. You guys follow Mob Garden. She's lovely, amazing, beautiful bean. Thank you very much for the raid. Probably best for me to avoid that part of the story. I don't know that my vagina can handle it. Can I quote Mob? Yes. Amazing stream. It's true, though, yeah. To be fair, my wife had a C-section. I don't know if that makes that any easier. Yeah. Which turns out is also, yeah. I don't know that my tummy can handle it. Yeah, it's true. It's true. So if you don't like hearing surgical stories, you're good. You're right on time because I've already told that part of the story. If you love those kind of stories, you'll have to watch the VOD. There we go. Now Mop Garden forever has a quote in our quote system. That quote can be taken multiple ways too. Thank you, Knox. Thank you all very much. I really appreciate it. How have you been, Mop? How are you? Now that we got that out of the way. Do you regret raiding here yet? Yeah. But my wife is home, healthy. She got to take it easy still. The daycare is closed all week this week, for those of you wondering that part. We did shut down the daycare for another whole week. So Lady Mac doesn't have to take care of other kids while she's recovering. So that's good. The reason we're only streaming 3 or 4 hours today is because after stream ends, I have to go to meet the teacher for Jonah to start school. Then I have to go to the OBGYN for a follow-up appointment for Lady Mac's... I almost said vagina. That would have been Mop's fault. Recovery. They just want to check on things, make sure she's doing okay. And then we have another appointment that I can no longer remember at 11. So whatever the fuck that is, at 11, we have to do that too. I really don't remember what it is, I'm going to be honest. We have those other 2 things and then another appointment at 11. So back to back to back, which is why I need a nap after stream ends. To figure all those things out. But Mop, if you need to raid and run, go, go, go. Thank you very, 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 very much. I really appreciate it. That's very, very nice of you. And make sure you guys are following and go say hi, chat. She's lovely. I'm sorry. I'm so like scatterbrained tonight. Forever. I think that's all my stories about childbirth and baby for now, chat. There'll be lots more, but that's pretty much it for now. And Benny, you weren't here earlier when I said it, but I did not get to see your doctor again, okay? I'm sorry. He wasn't there when we were giving birth. It was a different lady. I know. Time for house stories. It is time for house stories. We have not sold our house yet. That part is sad. Were there any other doctors? They were women? No, Steph, no. Our house is still for sale. We did price drop it this week. We have now hosted 4 open houses. 3 of them have a combined 2 visitors, but one of them had 6 visitors. So promising. After the price drop, we had 2 offers, but one of them was fake, meaning they said we're going to send an offer over right away, and then they didn't. Also, it's been extremely infuriating going through the showing the house process because we've had cancellations, which do you know how hard it is for us to get ready for a showing and then get a cancellation? We need to do something with the dogs. We need to do something with the kids. No, we do not keep the placenta to eat. Really? Mop? Really? What are you, hungry? Like, you can. You are allowed to, but we are not those people. No. They do, however, take it out of her body and put it in a Tupperware container. Not even kidding. You look like someone that appreciates some nutrients. Calm down. God, Derpy, shut up. We sincerely apologize for mop shenanigans. Did you have to bring your own Tupperware? It was provided. Jesus Christ. Oh God, Dark. Sealed for freshness. Shut up. You said no more birthing stories, but I was peeing. And while peeing, you thought to yourself, I wonder if Nomak ate the placenta. Just sitting there like, I wonder. No, I did not. I did get to see my 3rd baby get born, though, which was pretty awesome. It was like, if you've ever seen any of the Aliens movies, it was like that. It was like he burst forth from her belly. Hey, you guys earned that placenta. Like it's a money-saving strategy. We didn't even have to pay for dinner today. Yeah. What? Free meal, you know what I'm saying? Listen, in this economy, eggs are like $12, okay? That was a free meal. Apparently, Dark, yeah. No, Tribe fan. The placenta is gone, chat. Stop it. It's gone, okay? We did not save it. We cannot get it back. It is gone. No, we did not take it home. It's not gone because we ate it all. The hospital kept it, okay? They apparently send it in for a test, and they test it to make sure there's no abnormalities. Do they wash and recycle the Tupperware? I did not inquire as to what happens to the Tupperware. Hey, what do you guys do with that Tupperware when you're done? They also had a cute little Tupperware, like this big, excuse me, for her tubes when they removed them because they're so little. They were just like, oh, there it is. Like, oh, there's her little tubes. So yes, those of you who were here earlier, my wife did have her tubes removed, so she can no longer get pregnant. So your baby number 4 jokes fall on deaf ears or on not producible vaginas. I don't know. The labyrinth has become even harder to navigate, as Angela would say. They do that they actually prefer to do it during the C-section. Basically, if she didn't do it during the C-section, I would have got a vasectomy. Oh God, Knox, please don't do that to me. Hi, Dintash, how are you? I don't think adoption is in the cards for us, chat. Number one, it costs like over $20,000 to adopt a baby. First off, if you didn't know that America works that way. Secondly, we got 3 fucking kids already. What the fuck, chat? We don't need more. We got so many. Like, we're good. We're good. 3 is a lot of kids. There you go, Mop. The more you know. Just educating the masses. I'm good, Frequency. How are you? Lady Mac's doing great. Baby has some struggles in front of him, but he's doing good. Still got to work on his lungs. Got to remember to breathe. Not be a goofball. So, yeah. Oh, my God, Rizzy, shut the fuck up. Rizzy's like, they throw the mom in the garbage. The original placenta container, yeah. Benny, I'd be down for adopting you. Yes, that is acceptable. We even have, like, if we buy the new house, it's got like 6 bedrooms. There's so much space. So much. Yeah, now you guys got me thinking about placentas. Come on, Chad. I thought we were done with that part of the story. Come on. I'm actually pretty sure we signed a form about the placenta saying that after testing, they're allowed to use it for study or something like that. I forget what it was called, but there was some form where they use it for something. Yeah, Benny, we're going to talk about that right now, actually. That tea is way too hot to drink. Nope, my wife can no longer have children. We're not having a 4th baby. Chat. She just had her baby at 34 weeks so that she didn't die, okay? We're done making babies, okay? This one was a miracle. We're done. You just want to try new things with your wife, chat. Next thing you know, here we are. We're done with babies. Listen, if you have any more questions about us having babies, see Foodhead and Castle, okay? There are attorneys on the matter. They'll let you know. Okay. No more baby talk, Mop Garden. I'm going to talk about the baby all the time, let's be honest. All the time. But for now, here, let's show... Mop, do you want to see a picture? I didn't show a more updated picture. He now has his mask off so we can see his face a little bit. First, I'll share this picture because I feel like you guys will love this picture. Lady Mac sent this picture and said, just a boy and his dog. This is how Jonah was watching TV. Just him and the dog laying, watching TV together, vibing out. I was like, she just doesn't care, does she? She's just laying there with him. It's the boy and his dog. Yeah. That's not the baby, right? By the way, he didn't come out with 40 pounds. I need a picture of the baby without my wife's boobs in it. Just give me a sec, chat. Hold on. Aw, this is a good one. There you go. There he is with the mask off. He's so little. He's so little. He's hugging his little bed thing. Look at him. You can see, remember how I said when he was born, his whole face was bruised? You can actually still see it if you look at his eyes, the bruising, and right here. So he still has the bruising. He already has more hair than me. But there he is. What is that from? He was born face first. That's why that happened. Like he just came out of the uterus like, Rah! So you're not supposed to be born face first. You're supposed to be born head first. But no, he was like, nah. Yeah. So good times. Lady Mac looks so good. Oh my God. It's like a curse. Like, damn, girl. These pictures are for me, chat. Sorry. He was like, look at me. Pretty much, yeah. Lady Mac looked like she didn't even have a baby, though. Like, she gave birth and just, like, popped up. Like, I'm fine. What's the big deal? Like, here you go, chat. Let me make sure this doesn't dox me. This is right. This is the day he was born. She's just like... And she's like, I'm fine. Big deal. No big deal. What do you mean tease? I'm not showing you my wife's tits. What? I'm not even allowed to have fun with them right now. I've got 6 weeks, 6 days, and 4 hours, okay? God. She is lovely. She's a rock star. She's such a rock star. There's so many cute pictures of her here I could show you. She's such a sweetheart. She has this really like fancy wrap she wears now when she's with him. So now she looks all like comfy cozy when she's with the baby. Thank you, Derpy. Yeah, so yeah. Yeah, there you go. Just comfy cozy with the baby. See what I mean about the mask? That was the mask he had to wear in the beginning. Now he doesn't have to wear it anymore. So he's moved on to the next phase. When Lady Mac couldn't come home, she couldn't be a part of bath time. But whenever we do bath time, we always do the same thing. I like bring her each boy as a burrito. So I sent her pictures of the boys as burritos. While she was in the hospital. So she got this picture from me while she was at the hospital. I say, here's your burrito. And you can tell the personality of my 2 kids by the 2 pictures. Because here's that's the first picture. And then here's Gideon. Just fucking psychopath. He still keeps doing that thing, chat, where he's trying to do like a voice, like pretend to talk in a voice. But instead of it being like a cutesy voice, it's like, hi, mommy, I love you. Maybe we need an exorcist. Why is he talking like that? I love my mommy so much. Everything's fine. We're going to be fine. Yeah. Wow. There's so many cute pictures in here. Also, I don't know if Bunny's still here, but Lady Mac took this picture of the dog sleeping on the bunny. Just relaxing, having a nap on the bunny. No big deal. Yeah, when you're tired, chat, right? Didn't we previously establish that was your fault? I know, but I don't want to take credit for it, Dizzy. Pass. Yeah, good times. Okay, house stories. I'm sorry, chat. Yeah. Let's tell some house stories, shall we? Hello, friends. We have not sold our house yet. We did price drop it this week, and we got our first offer. And they offered us $50,000 under asking price. I was like, do we even respond when that happens? Or do we just tell them to fuck off? So we lowered the price $2,000 and counter offered. And they didn't respond. That was yesterday, so they might respond tomorrow. We'll see. But we did get our first offer at least, so that's promising. And we almost got a second offer. We showed the house at 8:30 at night. They lied to us too. They said they're going to make a decision tonight on buying your house. And then they said the next day, oh, we still want to see some more houses. Well, I guess technically that is making a decision about buying our house. But it did not sell yet. For those of you that didn't hear, we found out that the house we're buying has an HOA. The realtor who's selling it lies about the HOA on the listing, which is illegal, but somebody would have to sue him and take him to court for it, because it's not like the police show up and arrest you for that kind of crime. So he basically lists all of his HOA houses without telling you there's an HOA, convinces you to buy it, and then says, oh, oops, there's an HOA. Actually, they never told me. They send you this document called the property disclosure document, where the seller has to write down everything about their property, and they're not allowed to lie. And if they lie, you can sue them after you buy the house. Afterwards, I don't know if you can report it to a board after we're done with house buying. Maybe we'll do that, but not right now. So at first we thought it was deal broken. We're not going to live somewhere with a fucking HOA, right? Yeah, maybe Dizzy. Maybe we'll pursue that avenue, but you'll see when I finish the story why I don't want to do it now. So we had to start researching the HOA, and at first they sent us the bylaws. And they're 30 fucking pages long. I read all of them. I read all 30 pages. Every single crevice of those pages I read. Because I don't want to live with an HOA. And the HOA says things... We found out something really cool about Ohio. An HOA can legally stop you from having an in-home daycare. They cannot legally stop you from having in-home childcare. So we don't run an in-home daycare anymore. We just provide in-home childcare. So, yeah. It's funny how a few word changes makes one basically. But also, we found out that the HOA bylaws say you cannot run an at-home business that impacts the neighborhood, except if it's an office-based business or a daycare. So it's right in the bylaws. So, fuck yes. And our agent called the HOA to get information for us, and the lady at the HOA goes, oh yeah, we probably won't want a daycare in that neighborhood because of the traffic problems it will cause. Like, how big of a daycare you think we're fucking running? And then I told him, I said, but doesn't she know it's in their bylaws? And he goes, oh, I guess she didn't know that. And then he goes, maybe we just don't ask them any more questions because they seem like an HOA that doesn't know what the hell is happening. And I was like, huh. And then so the HOA never answers the phone. They don't return my voicemails. I've left multiple. Lady Mac joined all of the groups for the neighborhood, like the neighborhood groups and the neighborhood apps and stuff. And apparently the HOA is so hands-off that everybody complains that the HOA doesn't do anything. Which for me is awesome. I was like, oh, good. I prefer that kind of HOA. I was like, oh, that's awesome. The HOA documents haven't been edited since they were written. Never bylaws passed, never rules changed, nothing. And the HOA provides no services. So I'm going to explain to you why I think this HOA exists, and you guys can tell me if you agree. Someone in the neighborhood cannot take over the HOA. It's run by a corporate conglomerate. So here's what they do. This corporation builds a whole neighborhood with an HOA. And then they forever profit off of it. That's skeezy and gross, and I hate it. But it means that they're hands off and don't care. They just want to collect HOA fees for life because it's really, really, really fucking hard to get rid of an HOA. Like, exceptionally hard. I looked up how to do it and how to get rid of it. You need 80% of everybody who lives there to sign a document saying they want to get rid of it. Then you have to sue them in court and prove that they should not be the HOA for some reason. Like, you have to have a reason. So it's really hard to dissolve an HOA that already exists. Do they do landscaping around the neighborhood? Yes. They cut the grass of the roundabout. The center little section. Just that little section. And that's the only service they provide. I don't know if they do snow removal. I'm not sure. Nobody in the neighborhood ever talks about the HOA. They don't complain about it. The only complaints Lady Mac could find is that people complain that they don't do enough as far as policing the neighborhood. Like, they don't police the neighborhood enough. So from a corporate standpoint, it's shitty. From a living there standpoint, it's kind of okay, I guess, is where we are with it. Yeah, that would also be the city's job here too, I think. Yeah. So like, we saw the house again today. We went and saw 3 houses today. 2 without an HOA and 1 with one. The one we want to buy. You're still paying a subscription for nothing. I know. It's technically not for nothing. They do cut the grass in one part of the neighborhood. And technically, if your neighborhoods are shitty and have like a big pile of garbage in their front yard, you can report them to the HOA and they can do something about it. That is their technical service that they can provide. I hate HOAs and I'm anti-HOA, but I think we're still going to buy the house. So, yeah. Even with the HOA. So, I don't think it will be a hindrance. And also, here's the thing. This is what me and Lady Mac have kind of settled on. When we buy the new house, we're putting over $200,000 down. If we were to sell that house, we will still have that same equity for the next house because we're putting all that money down now. So if you're wondering how we have so much money, it's just because of selling our house. So if we hate it after 2 years, we can just move again. Right? We know how this loan works now. We know how to make it easy next time. If things go bad, and we hate the HOA and it's fucking miserable. Oh, I should also say it's $400 a year for the HOA. So it's a one-time $400 payment per year. Do I think I'll have a problem selling the house in the future because of the HOA? I don't. Because all of the HOA houses in that area sell so fast. I don't think people actually care in that area. But I mean, we saw the house again today and it's fucking amazing. It's just amazing. It's a dream. We love it so much that we're willing to live there with an HOA. It's 3,400 square feet. It's got 4 bedrooms, 2 different offices that I could have the stream room in, a finished basement that's so big we could run 3 daycares out of it. I'm not even kidding. It's massive. The basement is 1,200 square feet. Some of you don't live in a house that's 1,200 square feet that's so big. You know what I'm saying? The HOA does not mention chicken. Oh, no, yes, it does. You are not allowed to raise livestock. It does mention that. I take that back. So we hate HOAs and we wish there wasn't one, but we're already in love with the house, so we're willing to go through with it. And we figure if after 2 years, if we're miserable with the HOA and we hate it, then we'll move. It'll suck to move again. It'll suck to do this again. But that's what we're willing to take that chance and see how it goes. Any land? Fuck yeah, there is. And there's 1/3 of an acre in the backyard. That doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a lot to us. And the land backs up to a creek, and behind the creek is a state park that can never be developed. Oh, come on. There's so much to like. So the shed has to be approved by the HOA. However, when we were standing in the backyard, our agent goes, wow, everyone has a shed. And I looked down and there's like 7 sheds lined up in all of their backyards. So I don't think that's going to be a problem. Pretty much, Dizzy. Yeah, pretty much. So I don't, but I mean, if it's a hands-off HOA, they probably just don't want you to put a shed that's the size of a fucking house, right? That's probably the only thing that would get denied. You know what's funny, Angela? The creek in the backyard, your yard just kind of recedes into the creek. And I told Lady Mac, we could probably put in a retaining wall and extend the yard out 20 feet. And just make 20 feet more yard. Who would know that we did it? Like, because it's just the woods back there. Like, we could kind of make new land by just bringing in dirt, you know what I mean? I told her, here's what we'll do. Every year, we'll buy like 20 bags of dirt at Home Depot and just add it to the backyard. And slowly each year, add another foot to the backyard. But I mean, it's just a beautiful house. They took such good care of it, and the way that it was built and remodeled is very unique and interesting. It has a bonus space upstairs for the boys to have like TVs, video games. That's not a bedroom or a living room. It's got a family room, a living room, a bonus space, another bonus space in the it just has so much room for a big family, you know what I mean? The property line is the creek, we found out. So your property line and back is the creek itself. Not even kidding. So that's fun. Yeah, we also found out I don't need a building permit to build the shed if I keep it under 200 square feet. So I'm going to build a 196 square foot shed. The creek's too small for flooding. Also, the entire yard recedes into the creek. So it would have to flood like crazy. But it's a little outlet creek. It's not a major one. It's too small for that. Oh my God, Soraya. Pretty much, Belf. There you go. There's also a no man's land piece of land on the other side of the creek between you and the park. And I think I might, when we live there, talk to the city about how to acquire that land. Meaning that, like, there's like the park's border is actually like 20 feet beyond those trees. So I may eventually ask them. You know what I mean? Have a good nap, Derpy. Thanks for coming by for story time, dude. I miss you, man. Have a good night, buddy. Thank you, Kat. Appreciate that very, very much. Thank you. Mommy's home and healthy. Baby will be home in like 4 weeks. Do you really, Sweet Daddy Jones? Nice. Yeah, I was thinking of doing like somewhere around 14 by 14 or something like that. Whatever the math works out, something like that. There's no mention in any of the documents about solar panels, but no one in the neighborhood has them. So that might be a battle that we have to go through. I might request to put solar panels on the roof, and if they deny me, just put them on the shed and don't ask. I think that's my current plan. Is I'm like, hey, I want to put like 6 solar panels on the roof. Is that okay? And then if they say no, no solar panels allowed in this neighborhood, I might just put them on the shed and not ask. And see if my neighbors are shitty and complain. I told Lady Mag, we just need to make friends with the neighbors, then no one's really going to care what we do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, what do you mean? Does he like say like on the house? So that when they say no, I can say, oh, you never said not on the shed. That's a good way to look at it, Dizzy, yeah. I could also ask not the HOA. You know what I mean? Meaning ask like one of the... There's 3 representatives from the neighborhood. I could ask one of them, like, hey, is solar a problem here? And if they go, no problem, then I just won't tell the HOA. We have learned it's not one of those HOAs that pays attention. Here's how we know that. One of the mailboxes, they're all the same. All the mailboxes are the same. But one of them is completely covered in yellow flowers. And I feel like in an anal HOA neighborhood, somebody would complain. There's also basketball hoops in the middle of the road. And like people have kids' toys in their front yard. All of you know that an annoying HOA, none of that stuff happens. You know what I'm saying? There's also blue houses, brown houses, gray houses. Like there's a bunch of different color houses. Some people have blue shutters and red shutters. Like I just don't think it's one of those HOAs. I think it's just a predatory builder who puts an HOA in every neighborhood they build. Right? I think that's just what it is. So yeah. And the HOA comes out to, I don't actually think it's $400 a year. I think it's $300 a year. But somebody else told us 400, but we're not actually sure yet. Not that either of those numbers is massively different. But I think it might actually be 300 a year. I'm pretty sure. But we won't know until we actually buy the house. If I can get the fucking HOA to return my phone calls, I'll ask them. But they have yet to return my voicemails or call me back. This is how hands-off they are. I can't even get in touch with them. They don't give a fuck. They also won't call my agent back either. Our yearly HOA subathon, yeah. So, yeah, I think this HOA is going to be fine. Yeah, but I mean, Kinamara, they won't even talk to my agent. So we're still, today we saw the house again. We saw 2 houses before it, and it's just lights out. We felt the same way again. Like, I'm glad we went, because it was really to validate, are we really willing to live in this house with an HOA? And we are. We love it. And the previous owners are so sweet. Even though negotiation was so hard with them, they took the house off the market completely now. So they have faith that we will sell our house, and they believe it's going to happen. And I think the fact that they took it off the market also means that they're willing to wait for us to sell it. There was a note on the door when we got there today that said, hey, when we moved the sectional out of the basement, we damaged the wall. It will be repaired before you move in. And it said like some details about the repair. And it was just like a little scratch on the wall. I was like, oh. But they said we're also going to patch and paint all of the holes in the wall from the pictures we took down. That was also on the letter. And then it said, if you would like us to leave any of these items, please let us know. And then they listed like 6 items. And one of them was the table and chairs in their dining room, which is this massive oak dining room table that probably weighs 200 pounds and all the chairs. Do you know how much that would cost to buy? That's like a $2,000 dining room table set. They were like, fuck yeah, leave that. So we're going to get that with the house. It probably doesn't fit in their new house. Yeah, exactly. It's huge. No, but it's win-win. They don't want to move it, and we would love to have it. We have a big family that needs a big table. And me and Lady Mag both want to build our next dining room table, but in the beginning, it won't be built. So in the meantime, this will be great. Right? And when I do build a new table, that table can become a bench in the workshop. So it all works out. You got to be building benches in a workshop. I'm sure Sweet Daddy Jones will relate to this, is a very loose and wherever I find materials type of thing. For a while, my benches were all old doors from my house. So yeah. Oh yeah, it's a solid wood table. That table would cost so much money. They also said, do you want to keep the workbench in the basement? And it's a Craftsman workbench that's super nice, and it's the same one I already have. And I was like, yeah, leave that too. Like, I literally bought the same one 4 years ago. So yeah. Hi, newbie. How are you, buddy? It's good to see you. And then the other 3 things we want, we said, no, please take those. Because one of them was like, do you want the projection TV in the basement? No, we do not. You guys know those old, before there were LCDs, those big box projection TVs? There's one in the basement, and they're definitely offering it to us because they don't want to carry it out of the basement. No. That one you can take. What's funny is Lady Mac goes, oh, that reminds me of my dad. And I was like, oh, does it? She's like, yeah, he had the same kind of TV. And I go, oh, do you want to keep it? And she goes, no, I don't want to keep it. Did you really, Arden? Yeah. Yeah. We think 2 of the trees, Sweet Daddy Jones, on the property are black walnut trees. I'm not a tree person, so I'll probably take pictures afterwards. Aw, newbie, how was D&D? It's so good to see you, man. And Jimmy, good morning. Thank you. It's good to see you, buddy. Did you really, Rizzy? Yeah. It's kind of win-win when you leave stuff. We're also going to want to leave stuff here when we move. So we're hoping that people will take it. Yeah. This week, I just want to hear a real fun story. I had a dumpster dropped off Monday so I could get rid of a bunch of stuff around our house, like on the property and in the garage. It arrived Monday at like 10 a.m. The baby was born Monday at 2 p.m. It's like, fucking, okay, universe. So I had to try to fill the dumpster with all that junk in between the baby being born. And luckily, the dumpster place we use, this is the 3rd time we used them, and I love them. You call them and they say, listen, the dumpster is yours for 7 days. We were only going to pick it up 2 days later because that's what you asked us for. They said, keep it for 7 days and we'll come get it when you're done. And we're like, hell yeah. Same price, whether you keep it 1 day or 7. So yeah, that was really great. That worked out. I forget what else they offered us. Oh, they offered us the guy's old gaming desk, but it was a, like that melamine fiberboard gaming desk that has been very used by a gamer for like 20 years. So like that kind of gaming desk. And we're like, no, that's okay. You can take that with you too. Yeah, like a very used gaming desk. A lot of you know what that looks like. You probably have one right now. Nice, a newbie. Heck yeah, dude. That sounds fun. Hell yeah, buddy. Oh yeah, Kinemura, I can see that. It wasn't as nice. Yeah, no, I have 4 gaming desks. So I don't need another. Yeah, Arden. That's probably how this one will be. When they try to move it, it's probably just going to fall to pieces. I did not check, Dintash. We don't want to keep it. They also asked us if we wanted their entertainment stand. And do you guys remember those entertainment stands from the 90s that have the big glass doors on the side and like the platform above connecting the two? You know what I mean? Like the over, and you put the TV inside it and it has like the big wooden with big glass doors, one of those. I think I took a picture of it. Hold on, let me see. This, do you guys remember this? These kind of entertainment stands right here. It's this. And we said, no, we don't want that either. You can go ahead and take that with you. But yeah, this is part of the basement in the house that we're buying. Yeah. Yes, back when there's the box TV right there. The big box TV, yeah. So you can slide your box TV in for it to fit. Oh yeah. That's a piece of wood, not metal. The silver looks like metal, but that's all wood with just a veneer on it. So it's sagging pretty fiercely. So we did not want that. But it was really nice of them to leave a note. They also apologized for the mess, but we just wanted to see the house again. But they're moving out right now, you know. We also found out that they're moving 10 hours away. So that's probably why they took the house off the market and said, we'll just wait for them to sell their house, right? Because they're moving so far away. They probably just want it to be over at this point. They did not offer us the bowling trophies, no. So we are still going to buy the house, even with the HOA. But I'm sure now that you guys have all heard that story, you understand why. It seems like a very hands-off HOA, maybe too hands-off, that doesn't really care what's happening in the neighborhood. It's not run by anybody who lives in the neighborhood. It's run by a corporate entity. That corporate company manages like 50 HOAs. So it's not the kind of like Sharon who lives down the road who's bitching about your grass every day. It seems like the type of HOA company that just doesn't care. It also seems like the type that maybe you shouldn't ask them questions when you want to do stuff. You should just ask for forgiveness later. Selling our place, it has now been seen by over 10 people. We've gotten one offer and a kind of an offer that might still come in. And we have counter offered and we're waiting for them to accept. If they accept, we've sold it. But they offered us $50,000 under what we're selling it for. So we'll see. This is the current plan. Another open house this weekend. And if we get no traction this weekend, we're going to lower the price again. So that's the current plan. We can still lower the price of our house $30,000 more and afford to buy the new house. So we still have a $30,000 gap between how far we can lower it and still buy the house. So that's still a lot of space to make it happen. You know what I mean? So we're still very confident that everything will come together. But it's still got to happen, right? We still need someone to buy it. For some reason, I think it's because school just got back in our city. The open houses are dead. It's not just ours. We found that out today. We went to 2 open houses yesterday. And when I walked in the one, it had been going on for an hour, and I was the first person. So it's not just us. It's not like our house is so overpriced. I think it's just back to school time, and not a lot of people are looking right now. So we're hoping that once people settle back into school time, it'll get more busy. Yeah. Yeah, Kat, I'm on all adrenaline now. I'll be honest with you. My days are 24/7, and I drink a very unhealthy amount of energy drinks on a given day. But it's all adrenaline at this point. It's hopefully going to calm down. Lady Mac's, here's something really cool you guys will like to hear. Lady Mac's friend has been here for weeks helping us. She's going home tomorrow. I take her to the airport in the morning at 6 or 7 a.m., something like that. And then my sister is driving into town today to drop her daughter off to stay with us for 2 weeks. So Lady Mac will have support in the evening while I'm sleeping because my niece will be here. My niece is 20 years old. So it's not like a little kid to take care of. It's a grown woman who can help us. So we're going to have her for 2 weeks. Her friend wants to move here. So she's going to buy a house here. So she's coming back in September at some point. She wants to wait till we move and we're in the new house. And so we're going to have my niece for 2 weeks. And then my sister, she's so nice. It's so funny how she said it. She goes, you want me to leave my wife there too? No, your daughter's fine. Just offering up her wife. And she goes, the only reason that my niece is only staying 2 weeks is because her dad's getting married. So my sister got married and her ex-husband, they're both getting married within 2 months of each other to their new partners. She said after the wedding, I'll bring her back and she can stay another 2 weeks. I was like, oh man, that's so freaking nice. So my family is going to be helping us a whole bunch. I mean, Dizzy, as much as she helps us, she can just stay for free. You know what I mean? Like, so for the last week, while I was in the hospital, her friend ran the daycare. We only left the daycare open for one kid. And it's because it's the kid we had since he's 10 weeks, and he's like one of ours. Honestly, we take him places. We even have a car seat for him. But she took care of the boys. Remember, I had to get the house ready for open houses and stuff. Like, if her friend wasn't here, we wouldn't have been able to do any of this stuff. Because I would have had to do all of it myself. So her being here and just babysitting has been invaluable. You know what I mean? So, because we have no support system at all in this city. right? We don't have babysitters. We don't have, her mom's not here and doesn't want to be here. We don't have any family. So her friend has been like a godsend for us. So the fact that my niece is coming tomorrow is going to make it so there's like no gap in that time. So yeah, it'll be really, and my niece already takes care of another kid all day pretty much at my sister's house. My sister takes care of one of my cousin's kids every day, and her daughter does it basically. So she already kind of does this all the time. So I think she'll be super helpful with the boys, and the boys already love her every time they see her. So I think it's going to be really great. What this means is I can stream full time still. So it's big news that my sister is bringing my niece, because it means that I can stream again. Today's the only short stream this week that's planned. The rest of the stream should be longer. I'm not committing to 10 p.m. start time until we get into a rhythm, and because I'll be going to the hospital every day still, twice a day. So I still would say streams probably won't start at 10 p.m. yet until I get into a rhythm again. But yeah, we're kind of back on full-time streaming again as of today. Today's stream's probably going to end here pretty soon, but we'll be back to pretty much normal after this. But I wanted to just have story time tonight and catch you guys up on everything that's going on in our life, because it's a lot of things. That way you guys can be aware of where we are, where things are going. I do think we're going to play some games that we haven't played in a while pretty soon, because while I was off, I started thinking about all kinds of cool ideas for those games. So maybe we'll do like an XCOM 2 and a Darkest Dungeon original run at some point in the fall. I was kind of thinking about it, and I was like, the channel needs some nostalgia, I think. So we might do some of that stuff. We'll talk more about it as time goes on. Not this week, because this week I'm probably just going to play He Is Coming and maybe some other small little games and stuff. But I think I want to do some old classic runs. I think it'll be good for the channel, and good for me. Like, a stability will be good while my life is so chaotic. And big playthroughs always make me feel stable on stream. So I think that'll be fun for you guys, fun for me, and everybody will win. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where we are with things from a streaming standpoint. But I want to get back to like getting into a rhythm and stuff like that. But I've been sleeping at night for 10 days. So I've been literally sleeping my stream hours. So I got to do a hard reset to get back to the other schedule now. But I had no choice, you know what I mean? Because I have to be present as a dad. Mom's not even here, you know, she wasn't even here at all. So to be able to function, I had to start sleeping at night. But turns out when you're really fucking exhausted, it's really easy to fall asleep at any time. So I have not had trouble falling to sleep at night. It's actually been really easy, and I usually can't wait to go to bed. I've also still been sleeping with the boys at night so that they don't try to sleep with their mom. Because, you know, a little 2-year-old in the bed with you when you have a 10-inch incision in your belly, not so helpful. So even when I end stream, if one of the boys is in bed with her, I'm going to take him out of the bed with her and put him back in the other bed. Hopefully they're still just asleep up there, though. So yeah, do you guys have any questions about anything? I feel like we covered most everything, right? But I'm happy to talk about anything if you guys want to ask. About the baby, about mommy, about the house. You know, because we're doing it all at the same time. About the schedule, about the stream. Stuff like that. Does anybody have anything they want to share going on in their life? I'd love to hear it. If you'd like to share what you're up to. Yeah, we named him Asher Reese, Jimmy. And we spelled Reese, R-H-Y-S, which I feel like given where you live, you'll find that kind of neat. Because that's how they spell it where you live. Your house offer did not go through. Boo! I hope that changes for you, Dizzy. By the way, Lady Mac loves you, Dizzy. We haven't talked because my life got chaotic. But I told her the story and everything. That's all private between you and me, but she says you're beautiful and thinks you're lovely. Yeah, I've been going to metal concerts on my spare time machine. It's good to see you, machine. You dyed your eyebrows on accident or on purpose? Yeah, sorry, Fakerino. Thank you, Penny. I appreciate that. Little Asher. You offered 5K over and still didn't get it. Wow, Dizzy, goodness. On purpose, if you can't see them. Yeah. Goodness gracious, Dizzy. You know what's funny, Dizzy? We offered the house to buy, we're buying. We offered no right to remedy as part of our negotiation to get the deal done. That doesn't mean we can't inspect. It just means we can't ask them to give us money off after inspection. So we actually offered something similar in our negotiations. But we can still inspect, and if the inspection goes bad, we can bail. So that still is part of the offer. Oh, God, Dintash, that is disheartening. I'm sorry, buddy. Is Asher a biblical name? For our good Christian family, it sure is. Tips or tricks for seeing your flat. Do you have a garage or a storage shed? One thing that I've learned while showing your house is you should put everything in your garage or storage shed or closets. No one cares if those places are messy. Declutter the rest of the house so it looks pretty. Shove everything in your garage or storage shed. That's what we did. Our garage is a fucking nightmare, but the rest of the house looks beautiful. Nope. Then what I would do, Rachel, is confine all of your mess to one place. So basically, we bought big totes and put our stuff in the totes, and we confined it to one place so that the whole house looks beautiful, except for one little spot where you have your clutter. If someone's looking at a spot that someone lives in, they'll understand. So just try to, like, compartmentalize. We're there, Jimmy, yeah. Hi, Arthas. Thank you for 64 months, baby. Appreciate it. Thank you. I know. You remember, yeah. We struggled so hard to get our first pregnancy, and now here we are with 3 boys. We're done, though. We're done, chat. 30-year warranty. Goodness. Oh, yeah, Dizzy. Time for those to go, yeah. Especially if they're curling. If they curl too much, you're going to start getting water in your house. Really, Arden, huh? Well, there you go. Keep all my mess in the office room. If someone looks in here, they'd be too busy looking at the Todd Howard cardboard to notice anything else. That's such a vibe. Penny, you want to hear something fun? The new office I'm going to have my streaming room in. I was in it today and I was like, this room is actually way too big. So I'm like going to have way too much space. We are really done. Yeah, Lady Mac got her tubes removed. So it would take an act of God for her to get pregnant. Fun fact I keep sharing because I find it fascinating. If a woman has her tubes removed, she can still get pregnant through IVF, which I find to be ridiculous. Pretty much, Rachel. Yeah, pretty much that. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we're showing our house while we live in it. We have to, right? But we removed one car from the garage, and I filled that entire side of the garage with stuff just to declutter our house. But it's like furniture and stuff that we need for the next house, so we don't want to throw it away. Yeah, all the biblical names, we're going to have a miracle baby. Especially if you're not going to move, Kinamara, yeah. Especially if you're not going to move. I'm really excited about everything. We've been through a lot this week. You guys are seeing me at a good time because all the bad stuff has happened. And now we're into the good stuff. It's been a very, very stressful 10 days. But man, we got a baby boy now. My wife is home now. We got through all the HOA stuff and we still want to buy the house. The only big missing now is we need to sell our house. And then we're pretty much there. Bad stuff like the baby being born 6 weeks early and Lady Mac being in the hospital for 5 days. Stuff like that. And finding out the house we're buying has an HOA that was a secret. Oh, that's nice, Kinamara, yeah. You recommend filling it with Todd Howard cardboard cutouts. I'm not intimidated by moving, Tribe fan. I'm kind of excited to move. I am. That's how much I like the new house. I kind of can't wait. So, also for the big furniture, I'm going to hire movers because I don't think I have a choice. Unless any of you in chat would like to make a trip to Ohio to move big furniture with me. Do we have volunteers or anybody want to visit Columbus for 5 days and move furniture together? If not, because I don't have anybody to move it with me. It's just me. I might ask my wife's brother's best friend to help because he's awesome. He's been in chat before. He's a really nice guy. He's an ex-Marine, like a veteran Marine. So I might ask him if he wants to help me. And if he does that, I won't pay for movers. So I might do that and see how that goes. But he'd have to drive an hour to come help me move. And it's going to be a workout because the other house is 3 stories of stairs. What days? I have no idea yet. I don't know yet. But it's going to be sometime in the first 2 weeks of September, probably. Or sometime in September. Yeah. Move to Australia. Okay. Oh, Penny, you're a beautiful being. You stop that. Also, Gideon was born early and you can't even tell. You can't even tell. He's a little gremlin. Although maybe the being born early thing is why he's a gremlin. Also, I don't know why I didn't show this before, but I want to show you guys this. I had Jonah pose for a picture to send to mommy, okay? So here's the picture of Jonah. I made him into a little burrito and said, let's send a picture. That is his name, Anubi, yes. But the next picture after this is him freezing his ass off. Please, Dad, can we stop taking pictures? Please. Please. It's so cold. I mean, I believe it all now, Castle, now that I've seen, like, the amazing... Being a preemie basically means nothing to your growth. You just got to get through the preemie phase. Yeah. You know what's funny is I bought that sign, Penny, as a motivational picture for my wife, but you're right, when it's cut off like that, it doesn't look as motivational. What if I fall? Because at the bottom it says, but darling, what if you fly? And I bought that for my wife because she's, you know, she has a lot of self-doubt and stuff and anxiety. So I wanted her to see that every time she wakes up in the morning. And it's pretty. Yeah. Some of the people in NICU remember us. What's fun about this is last time we had to wear masks in the NICU, so some of them don't remember us at all. You know, because we wore a mask last time. Hey, thank you, Dr. Akek. I appreciate it. Thank you. 3 baby boys, chat. Lady Mac said today our family is complete, and I thought that was a really adorable thing to say. Like, we're done. Like, we've done it, right? Like, we've made our 3 babies. This is it. It's time to just make it all happen. Is CMH the Columbus Airport code? Indeed it is. Indeed it is. That was her tied tubes talking. True. I mean, she is going through a little bit of, like, mental withdrawal with not being able to have kids anymore. Which I think is fair. I think a lot of women go through that after they go through, like, getting their tubes tied or some sort of sterility type of operation. You know what I mean? But, I mean, she's been handling it with really well. She doesn't want to die. You know what I'm saying? This pregnancy was brutal. Taking medicine twice a day, taking like 12, 15 pills a day. She was nauseous after every meal for 5 or 6 months. That's just a miserable way to exist. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, we were not a big airport, Jimmy. You'd have to fly into Cleveland, or Pittsburgh or Cincinnati, and then drive. It is a very big change, yeah. So, yeah. Oh my God, Penny, I love that. You were 10 pounds, asshole. Go clean the garage. Yeah, pretty much. All of our babies were tiny because they were all early. Jonah was 4 weeks early. Gideon was 12 weeks early. And now Asher was 6 weeks early. Asher Reese. Mommy's little Reese cup, chat. That's our new baby. Little Asher Reese. Aw, there's so many good pictures. Yeah. Lady Mac also somehow in the midst of all this got a picture of me sleeping. She's such a creep. I carried you 2 weeks too many. Now you must paint my walls. Yeah. I had a nurse today tell me a story that I feel like a lot of you will enjoy. The nurse that was taking care of Asher today has 3 boys. And she said, we were talking, after I talked to her about how her retirement account worked. Jonah and Gideon do have middle names, yeah. They're Gideon and Jonah, just inversed. No, it's Jonah Luke. You know, like Jean-Luc Picard, Jonah Luke. That's not why we did it. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And Gideon Cade. I love Gideon's name. Gideon has the coolest fucking name. He sounds like the leader of like a resistance or something. He has to stay at the hospital for 4 to 6 weeks or until he's ready. Yeah. I know, Dizzy, I'm sorry. That's totally not the reason. Right, right. I forgot what story I was about to tell. Oh, the lady and her 3 sons, the nurse. She said she's older. All of her sons are grown and moved out. And she said, I charged my middle child rent before he moved out. And I was like, oh? And she's like, yeah, because he was that big of a pain in the ass. Oh, that's such a vibe. She's like, her first son lived with her till he was 20. Her third son lived with her till he was like 19. And her middle son, she said, lived with her, I think she said, till 21. And she said he paid rent those last 2 years because he was such a pain in the ass. Like, it's a vibe. Only the middle son did she make pay rent. She's like, no, you're paying rent. I'm done with your shit. Is that what it is, Kinamara? Yeah. Well, Gideon's already a gremlin, so I think he's ready to be the middle child, right? He already told mommy, he said, I'm the baby. And she said, not anymore. We have a new baby. And he goes, no, I'm the baby. Okay. You're the baby. Sorry. Didn't mean to offend you. Also, chat, are we adding this as a new emote or what? What do you think? Do you guys need this as a new emote? Is it time? Oh, man. You're the baby and the other one is the babyer. What would you call it? Mac Panic. I don't know. I'm not saying this as a flex, chat, but I actually wasn't really anxious or nervous at all during. I also wasn't the one giving birth. So there's that. But I was just excited. Like, I was just like pumped. I was like ready. I was so happy to like, it was a very joyful moment to be a part of my son's birth, you know? So I wasn't really like scared or nervous. I was just really excited and ready to go and curious and like, yeah, I think that was good for Lady Mac too, because you know she's an anxious mess. So I think it was a good counterbalance for her that I was very just like pumped and ready to go, you know? Yeah, for sure, Penny. Yeah. And also her boobs are gigantic, so we have that going for us too. They're humongous. I'm struggling with it, obviously. It's my cross to bear, you know. I'll survive somehow. I'll survive one boob at a time. Yeah, pretty much, Rizzy. Much easier what I went through. I just mean, like, I feel like it's easy to be scared and nervous in those moments, and something just overtook me where I wasn't. I'm grateful for that. I think that's a good thing. It made it so I was like, I went through the childbirth in a way that felt very like, I got to live in it. You know what I mean? Do you guys want to see our first family picture? They let us bring the boys in to take a picture with the baby. God, Lady Mac looked like she did not want to take a picture. She was so tired. Why is there a picture of my butt in here? Damn it, chat. I didn't even see that. She took a picture of me holding my son from behind, yeah. I have to look at these pictures carefully to make sure I'm not doxing myself. Sorry. There you go. That's the first picture of all 5 of us. Yeah. Little dude down there in his little mask. He's so little. Gideon was giving you blue steel there. Yeah, that picture right there, Penny, was the first time she walked. But she wanted to get a picture before we left the room. Yeah, there's another baby photobombing us. So imagine having surgery in the first... But it was Lady Mac's idea. She took a picture. Like I said, my wife is a badass, though. I also have a really, really funny picture that I think I'll ask her if I can share it with you guys. She's in a teddy in the picture. But do you know how Google does that thing, chat? Where they show you, like, here's you in 2015. Here's you in 2025. And they show you, like, a flashback. For those of you that use Google Photos, I don't know if Apple does the same thing. But it does like timeline things like that. But it showed a picture of her, like, in a teddy on my bed when we first met. And then it showed a picture of her holding the baby as, like, the new picture. It's like, it's kind of like a one thing leads to another picture. How it started, how it ended. It's like, okay. A little too on the nose, Google. Like, all right. I think this is the picture, by the way. I guess I'll show you this one, chat. I think that this picture right here, I have a picture of Lady Mac holding each of our sons when they were first born. And I think this is my winner this time. This picture right here. Because she's so pretty and the baby's all wrapped up and cozy. And I used flower picture frames for both of them. And I think I'll buy another flower picture frame. I bought really nice picture frames for the other ones. Like handmade on Etsy type of stuff. I'll show you the one. It's a little dusty. But like this is the frame for this one. Oh no, the green screen. Oh no, you can still see it. So I think I'll get another one made, like a custom one, and do it again. Because I'm a nerd. And yeah. All right, chat. That's all my stories. That's all I got. I'm tapped out. If no one else has any other questions or would like to ask me anything, I'm an open book. I'll share all week, obviously, but yeah. Yeah, I think that frame cost me like $40-something. So yeah, It's a handmade custom frame. It's very expensive. It's at Walmart. You could probably buy 20 frames for that price. So yeah. But I only buy one for each kid. What are we playing this week? I still want to play more He Is Coming. The video game. Because I feel like I haven't played that enough to want to put it down yet. And then tomorrow we'll probably just talk about it. Because I'm sure a game came out that I should probably peek at. Right? I'm sure there's one out there. Look at me updating all my games. Now you guys know what it's like when my games are not updated. I just can't help myself. There's like 5 bounties I can do. I'll probably start picking at those at some point. You know what I mean? Not tonight. I have a sponsorship to do. Oh my God, I gotta check the date on that. Oh man. I don't think I missed it. I remember it being in the 20s. But we do have a sponsor stream that I signed a contract for back in June. August 24th to August 26th. So I did not miss it. And I've done this one before. I do it once per year. Once per year, they ask me if I want to do a GeoGuessr sponsored stream. So we'll do that sometime between the 24th and 26th of August. And my tentative start time for the rest of the week is between 10 p.m. and midnight. Probably closer to midnight earlier in the week, and hopefully closer to 10 later in the week as I get back into rhythm. That's the current plan. End time will go back to normal tomorrow. So we'll start ending at like 5:30, 6 o'clock. So not 6:30 because I'm going to go to the hospital in the morning. And that 5:30 end time will last until the baby comes home. It's time, Dizzy. It's time. Oh, you picked up Against the Storm. Such a good game. Such a good game. I love that game. So that's it, chat. I think that's where we're going to end for tonight. I would say if you're new to the stream, follow, but there's probably not new people here because I'm in just chatting. And just chatting is not really a place where I usually meet new people. But if you are new, make sure you follow. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. You have no idea how grateful I am for this gift subs and bits, especially for a month where I'm going to stream so little. It's going to be a hard time for us with the daycare being closed and me not streaming all this time. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All of that stuff allows us to just exist and survive through all of this. So I'm very, very grateful. You guys did like 200 subs tonight. So thank you. Every sub, every bit, everything counts so very much right now, especially so right now. We had a couple people, I think like 2 people have given towards the items on Throne as well. There are items on Throne. So thank you who's done that. I'm sorry that one of them was someone's real name, so I don't know who it is, but someone did give towards the stroller. I think it was 2 people. I'll check tomorrow. It might only be 1. I don't know. But thank you, chat. Yeah. Wait, a new DLC dropped for Against the Storm? Interesting. Oh. Maybe we should play it again. Also, in my feed, I got this announcement. There's a new DLC coming out for Monster Train. So we'll probably play that too. I don't think it has a release date yet, but we'll probably play that as well. Monster Train's super fun. Hey, He Is Coming also patched 2 days ago. Heck yeah. So we'll play that tomorrow. Yeah, that'll be good. I don't think there were any other updates to games I'm going to play. Announcement from a friendly studio. Oh, are they telling us about a friend's game? It looks like that's what they're doing. Oh, they have a friend making a roguelike deck builder, Darkest Dungeon-like, called Hunter's Moon. Add to wish list. Yeah, if you guys have games that you think I missed in the last 2 weeks, feel free to share them with me. Heroes of the Seven Islands? This one? Yeah. It's a party-based RPG point-and-click adventure game. Huh. I mean, I do want to play XCOM 2 this fall and the original Darkest Dungeon. I thought a lot of you guys would be excited about going back to Darkest Dungeon 1. It's been years. I think it'll be fun to go back. I also usually don't like hand-drawn games. I think I've liked like 2 or 3 since I've been a streamer, so not many. But I've also played some games with art that I thought was bad, and I loved the game. Oh, so you're saying as long as I have the big titty blacksmith for Darkest Dungeon 1, you're down for a playthrough? Yeah. Anyway, Chad, I gotta go. I gotta go try to sleep. I can sleep for 2 hours this morning if I end the stream now. And then I have a very, very long and busy day. We got to meet Jonah's teacher today. Chad, we found out something. You know, we're gonna send Jonah to school for like 3 weeks, and then we're gonna move. So we've been wondering if we should even send him. I don't know. He's gonna change school so fast. We did find out though that the new house we're moving into, the preschool is 2 years long, and they'll take him for both years. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. All right, Jimmy, have a good day. Olaf-san, thank you for all the support and all the gifted subs. That was very nice of you. You dropped 45 gifted subs tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's so, so nice. Yeah, it should be fine, Castle, yeah. Willie Dizzy, yeah. I mean, Kinamara, that's the current plan. It's just that the drive right now is 19 minutes. I just realized from the new house it's 26 minutes. I guess it's not that big of a difference. I keep forgetting that it's 19 minutes from where I am now. So I guess it's not really that big of a difference. His new preschool is 6 minutes from the new house, though. Yeah. That's fucking awesome. And the elementary school, when he switches to kindergarten, we can walk. That's how close it is. We can literally walk. So that's going to be really nice. All 4 schools the boys will go to in the new house, all 4 of them are within 10 minutes of the house. Amazing. So amazing. Thank you, Marius. Have a good night, buddy. Bye, Dizzy. Have a great day. Good luck house hunting. Big hugs. Bye, Kinamara. Bye, Castle. You and Foodhead have a big hug and share it. And say from Nomak. Whisper that into her ear when you say it, please. Is it Marius? Yeah. I mean, I walked to my elementary school for the first 4 years, too. So I don't think it's super uncommon in the United States. There's a lot more primary schools than anything else. So it's not super uncommon here, yeah. Oh, that makes sense, Kinamara, yeah. I will, Tribe fan. Have a good day. Things will feel a little more normal tomorrow, chat. Yeah. I'll give you guys lots of updates. Bye, a newbie. Have a good one. Yeah, I only walked to elementary school until I got transferred out. And then I couldn't. Bye, Alav-san. Bye, Gamertech. Bye, Kinamara. Have a good one, guys. Bye, Zanny. And thank you for the congratulations. I really appreciate it, Zanny. Thank you. I probably missed a lot of things tonight, chat. Just know I'm very grateful. All the subs, gift subs, bits. Oh, so grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is going to be a hard month, but we're going to get through it. So streams are back to normal. I'll see you guys tomorrow, chat. Sometime. My start time is between 10 and 12 for the next 4 days. and probably till baby comes home. I still have to be very present. Lady Mac's still healing. Things are not back to normal, but at least streams will be every day again, or 5 days a week again. So, Dad cubed, baby. Thanks for all the congrats, all the good vibes, all the good energy, chat, okay? And thanks for being patient and waiting for streams to come back and not forgetting about me. Definitely didn't think about that every single day. Okay, bye. Let's go raid somebody. I'm fine. We're all fine, chat. I'm fine, you're fine, we're all fine. How about we go raid Simcopter and go share some Big Dad energy with him?
It's insulting, I bet.
That is insulting, I'm sorry. Sorry. Dad cubed. You guys can use that if you want. I won't stop you from raiding. But I'm out. Man, I feel like my lights got messed up again in the process. My lighting looks better when I look like this. So if I just look like this the whole stream, I'll have a sore neck, but the lighting looks pretty good. Yeah, let's go say hi to Simcopter 1, chat. I appreciate you all being here tonight. Thanks for hanging with me. Thanks for all the subs, gifts, subs, and bits. I'll stop saying it now. I'm sorry, chat. I'm just very grateful. And wait, don't I? Rusty, hold on. Play your end stream music, Nomac. There it is. Chat, it's been my pleasure to stream. I've missed you so much. I'll see you guys in Discord. I'll see you tomorrow on stream. Hope you enjoyed Storytime. If you missed all the stories, there'll be a VOD. The VOD won't be terribly long, so you'll be able to go back and watch it all and catch up on everything that happened over the last 10 days. Maybe a little bit of video games tomorrow. We'll see, chat. Maybe we'll cut loose, turn our brains off a little bit. Subs, gift subs, bits, donations, all of those things allow me to do this for a living. So thank you very much, chat, for supporting me through this, especially through a different time. Yeah, we'll dispute the demonetization. No worries, no worries. Have a good night, Dizzy. Bye, everybody. We'll see you soon, chat. Remember to take those positive vibes and share them with the world. Remember that a small act of kindness can change the world around you. Tell someone you love them. Tell someone you appreciate them. Tell someone they look damn good today, chat. Those moments make the world a better place to be, baby. All day, every day. We're gonna go do that right now for my friend Simcopter1. Go into his chat, drop a heart, say hello, and we'll bring some good energy his way. And as always, chat, you know the most important thing. Get naked. Oh, you're still naked? Then keep being you. Because it's all I'll ever need. Because you're amazing, sexy, beautiful. And good things are coming, fam. Get out there, get after it, and always be the best version of you, baby. Come on, get it. Chat, I had another baby.